I thought the Shadow Temple went really good. Mr. Pill, welcome in. How's it going today? How's it going? It's been a while since we made Mixer out of his Link costume. Welcome back. It feels like a new dawn is upon us now that I'm back. I feel like my old self again. This Ocarina stuff is going to stop at some point. Sick of Ocarina, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there. Reached 78 degrees and I got the fan on for the first time in months. I turn the fan on when it's 60. I get hot so easily. Just burn up. I'm very hot-natured, so I got to keep things cooler than they normally would be. And I live in Alabama. It sucks. I feel strongeth welling, yes. I feel strongeth welling in my body. Traded some Colorado beer from Golden for your Alabama sweet tea. Dump both of them into our local bodies of water. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. Sweet tea is just disgusting. I guess that beer is really bad too. All right, for you guys that are not aware, I'm using a ROM hack to play this game where I can turn the armor on and off. So that way I don't have to waste time getting hit every time. That's a good start. That's the start we were all looking for, right? You know what? I'm not going to hit reset. We're going to let the chips fall where they fall. That's what. And no reset. No reset. None whatsoever. We're just going to go. I'm asking for trouble by doing that, but that's how we're going to go. That's going to create more pressure. That way I can't just go, oh, I died again, reset. No, I'm always warm, fine in winter, though in summer I'm miserable. Me too. Me too, Fox. I'm right there with you. Summer is just sheer hell and misery on me. I know a lot of people look forward to summer. I dread it. It's coming up. It's coming up. Winter always seems like it lasts like 2 seconds here. Or the winter months last like 2 seconds, then they're over, and then it's back to summer and heat again. I hate it. I hate it so much. Hey, so this weapon, it's basically kind of like the knife, except just slower. And it does more damage, but it's much slower. And you can only fire 2 instead of 3, so it's a definite downgrade. Is it the worst weapon in the game? No. Is it a really great weapon? No. So we'll see how the run goes. Summer is trash. Tilty, I'm 100% with you, buddy. 100%. If we never had summer again, I would love it. That would make me very happy. No, that is not. That is a torch. This is not time for a torch run yet. It will be, but we're not there yet. We will be. That's going to be the final run of this challenge is torch. And then we shall be completed once the torch-only run is done. That will happen at some point in the future. That's definitely going to be insane. Ah! Spring or fall? I'm definitely a winter guy. Spring or fall is hot here. The only relief we get from the heat is a little bit during winter, and then the heat picks back up. The heat's already picking up. It's like, it's 82 here. It's already 82, and we're just getting started with freaking spring. Already 82, I hate it. There's so much hatred for hot weather. I don't sleep good, I have less energy, it's just bad. I can't stand it. Alright, we're gonna get to the checkpoint. Yes, we are. I've never figured out how to get that gold money back up there. It's so dangerous. Oh yeah, Arkansas is very similar. Arkansas's got some similar weather. A little cooler than here, but not by a ton. Kaiser, what's up, man? Welcome in. How's it going today? Get your garden started. My grandfather used to do a garden, Johnny. He grew all kinds of stuff. Squash, strawberries, peas, okra, you name it, he grew it. Got a lot of food back in those days. He used to give it all away to my parents, and it was quite nice. Homegrown vegetables was awesome. He liked that kind of outdoor stuff. It didn't get as hot back in those days either. I'm talking back in the 80s and stuff. It wasn't quite as hot. The winters were a little colder. They lasted a little bit longer. These days, summer seems to just drag on. Fall is hotter than it used to be. Spring's hotter than it used to be. It's just not good. It's awful. Good, ate shrimp and grits for the first time. It was delicious. You tried shrimp and grits for the first time. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That is awesome, and I just died. I died, we're fine. What's your favorite version of Ghouls and Ghosts? I don't know. That's a good question. It might be this one. It very well could be this one. Turn the armor off. Summers were great as a kid, but now the heat gets to me. St. Louis summers, yeah, it's pretty hot there too, isn't it? Yeah, we all love summer as a kid. We have happy memories of summertime as a kid because we got out of school for 3 months. It was wonderful. It was good times. I didn't care about the heat then. I was fine with it being stinking rotten hot because you know what? We weren't in school. And it was fun. You got to hang out with your buddies, go swimming, all kinds of fun stuff. But Not anymore. Now it's just hot time of the year. All the nostalgia's not even there anymore. It's bad. And thank you very much for the follows, Spaghetti, Sierra, and Joseph Francis. Thank you for the follows. I appreciate it. Good to have you guys here. I cannot thank you enough for dropping in. Glad you like shrimp and grits. I'm not really I like shrimp and I like grits, but I'm not really a fan of both together. I'm really not. I like them both, but separately. Oh, that's probably sounds weird. Most people prefer Dark Souls. I prefer Ghosts and Goblins. You give me a choice, I'm choosing Ghosts and Goblins 100% of the time. But I know most people go to Souls. I get it. I get it. Souls isn't retro, by the way, if you're wondering why I don't play it. I like retro. And with the bird, we're off to a good start. No continues used. I like shrimp, I like grits, never had them together. It's not, I thought I would like it, Pigeon. I really didn't. Live in southern Illinois, when we get snow and the humidity, I'll take humidity over snow any day. Snow can suck my ass. You don't like snow? I love snow, but we hardly ever get it here, so it's weird hearing that from me. Sausage and sauce, it was so good. I'm glad you liked it. That's awesome. Where's your retro cutoff? I will say, that's a really good question, Slavicus. I will say my retro cutoff. To me, retro ended with PlayStation 1, N64, and Saturn. That, to me, is where retro is the cutoff for me. I don't consider PlayStation 2 retro. I don't consider GameCube retro. I know most other people do. I do not. I don't think those are retro to me at all. That's when graphics started getting like really modern looking. It's not even. Oh my God. We're gonna make this? A lot of times I die right there. In fact, that's one of my most frequent death spots is right there. And that time I played it like shit and survived. So that's part of the fun of this game. It's got RNG to it. It's not a definitive pattern every time. So another playthrough of this game can be different from a previous one. That's one of the reasons I keep coming back to this game. It's a little different each time. Alright, that went flawlessly. I'm thrilled with that. During the PS2 days, was SNES retro? I'd say yes. I'd say yes. Desert states such as Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, and California. Yeah, the summers get pretty dang hot there, but they get dry heat in a lot of those places, which sounds nice. I mean, we don't have dry heat here. We have extremely humid heat here, and it's the worst thing ever, at least to me. At least to me, but that's my opinion on retro. I know it doesn't mean... It's not true or anything. My opinion is no better than anyone else's, but that's my thoughts on retros. That's my personal cutoff for it. It would never be PS2 to me. I know a lot of people consider that retro now. I will not. I flat freaking refuse. But if you want to call it that, call it that. I'm fine with it. I'm not gonna tear you up for it. I'm not gonna talk bad about it. Is it most of Alabama swamp? No, that's Florida. Florida's mostly swamp. Alabama is just like forest and... oh, God, I'm gonna have to take a death here. God damn it! I got no choice, man. I got no choice. I got no choice! There was a weapon there. Yeah, a lot of people even consider PS3 as retro. I will not. I will not. I refuse. That's very brand new, spanking new graphics. It looks like a lot of PS3 graphics look like PS5 graphics today. It looks like a freaking modern game. That's my judgment on whether things are retro or not. What does it look like? I don't like the term retro for everything. Wish the term was vintage. Vintage works. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Honestly, for me, the cutoff is like 1999. I graduated high school in 1999, so it's like my entire world was flipped upside down at that time, and that's to me kind of where the retro era ends too. That's where I stopped being a kid. So that's my opinion on it. Vintage and classic is more accurate. You could say it that way. You could definitely say it like that. I never had a PS3. I didn't care anything about it. I was in PC gaming at the time. That's for sure. PS2 because it is retro, but not PS3. I cannot consider PS2 retro. I'll go to my grave saying it's not retro, but if people, like I said, if people want to call it that, it's fine. Some people have like a 15-year or 20-year cutoff as well. Not me. Not me. It's It's just that old 8-bit and 16-bit era to me. I barely consider N64 retro. I know that sounds crazy, but I can't help it. I cannot help it. I'm not going to change now. That went well. That went really well. Don't hit me. Good dodge. I never get bored of this game, by the way. I can play it like a million times. Well, here's what's funny story about this game. I've told this story before. Some of you may have heard it. Maybe some of you haven't. But I was watching, this was many years ago before I was streaming. I saw a streamer on Twitch playing this game. And he was a big Dark Souls guy. It was one of those types. This is not... Oh, God damn it. How did that happen? Bullshit! All right, well, there goes my first continue. This is kind of shitty right now, but that's okay. So here's what was going on. This guy that had like 4,000 viewers in chat, and he was one of those big Souls fans. I read his profile. He said, we're all about Souls here. We play Souls. We do all the Souls games. Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, Bloodborne, whatever was out then. Anyway, he ended up he was playing this game. That's why I came in the chat boost, because he was playing this particular beautiful little Super Ghouls and Ghosts game right here. And he put it on easy difficulty, and he couldn't even beat level 1. He couldn't even get the checkpoint on the graveyard stage I just beat a second ago. And he was whining and crying and saying, this game's so unfair, look how hard it is. It's unbalanced, it's garbage, I hate it, it's bad, why would anybody play this? And I was thinking, all right, well, you know what? This Souls thing you like so much, it's got to be pretty overrated if you can't even get the first checkpoint on level 1 of Super Ghouls and Ghosts on easy difficulty? Really? So I was like, what in the absolute hell is this? Now, this is before I had even done a full playthrough of this game. I hadn't even done a full playthrough of this yet, but I liked the Ghosts and Goblins series, just even from watching it back then, because I knew about the reputation of it. I knew about the 2 loops of it. I played the NES one as a kid. I did not beat 2 loops of it, but I knew the reputation well of the Ghosts and Goblins series, and this guy was getting his ass absolutely kicked. And I was laughing like crazy. I was thinking, is this the way these younger people play these retro games? They just whine and cry because they're too hard. It kind of set the stage for a lot of stuff in the way I think about things. I laughed my freaking ass off. It was a great stream. And the guy ended up rage quitting. He never even made it to the checkpoint of level 1 before he turned it off after like an hour of trying. He never even got the first checkpoint in this game. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. I'm gonna make a good move that time. See, I adjusted my jump and I got better. Back in my day, get off my lawn. That's right, hell off my lawn. There are different styles of game, no harder or easier than the other. This guy was just dead set on this was like the hardest game ever. Totally unfair, not fair whatsoever. It just gave me a terrible vibe on the point of like opinions on games. It's like, because he wasn't able to get any progress with it for an hour, he was hating on it and thinking it was like the worst game ever made. I couldn't believe it. And then he turned it off, and I left the stream when he turned it off because I didn't care anymore. I went back to he was going to play some modern game, and I didn't care. But that was going on. You do not suck at both, Goten. Please, you beat this game on professional difficulty on a keyboard. You do not suck, sir. You also beat Holy Diver and Battletoads on a keyboard. There will be no talk of this I suck at games, because you darn well do not. You know it, sir. Now you're going to beat Bubsy 2. That game looks frighteningly difficult. You're going to work through that. Coyote, welcome in. How's it going today? I forgot the name of the guy, Serious Caco Demon. How you doing today? If I could remember the guy's name, I'd tell you. This was 2018, 2017 or something, and I don't remember his name. He had like 4,000 viewers or something. Coyote, hope you're doing well today. Welcome in. We did some progress in Ocarina, and I decided I needed a mental break from that game, so we're actually going to do something I like for a change and play some Ghosts and Goblins. This is my happy place, even though I hate this boss. This boss sucks. It's one of the worst bosses ever in the Ghosts and Goblins series. I hate this thing. Okay, it only attacks when it moves up and down. When it's moving side to side, it does not attack, which is very nice to know. I'm gonna pull back because I'm scared. Oh, nice shot. Okay. No, don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you even think about doing it. Got him on the first try. beautiful, beautiful stuff. Serious Caco Demon, how you doing today? Good to see you. Always good to see Coyote as well. One CC, the arcade version of Contra and proficient at Super Breakout, but Elden Ring confounds me on difficulty standpoints. Yeah, see, different games harder for different people. There's nothing wrong with that. Just because you're bad at a game doesn't make you doesn't make the game bad. Like there's games I suck at. I suck at shmups. I'll tell you straight up, I suck so badly at shmups. I don't think they're a bad genre of games. They're a bad genre of games for me. But I know many people that love them and they enjoy them and they get a lot out of them. That would be Vance Velez and Pookums are wonderful at shmup games. Wonderful. And they love shmups. They enjoy the heck out of them. And I'm glad they do. I love that. But I suck at shmups, and I personally kind of hate them, but it doesn't make it a bad genre. It's a bad genre for me. And I just don't play them too often. See, problem solved. I do play them, but I suck at them. That's why I hardly ever play them, because they drive me completely insane. Maybe I need to play more good ones, find some better ones that I might enjoy instead of just getting stuck in the Gradius style ones. The Gradius style ones just melt my mind. Oh, you died? Well, now you're dead, and you're in an area that's balanced to have all the power-ups, but since you died, you can't get them back. Better hit that reset button. You better do a deathless run on the first try. That's what Gradius does, and I hate that. Pisses me off. Can't deal with it. But not all of them do that, I know. R-Type gives you, Super R-Type actually gives you a chance to power back up, even though it's hard as hell. And let's see, UN Squadron, very fair. Axlay, very fair. So yeah, see, some of them do a better job. Some of them actually do a decent job, but not all of them. Most of them do this one-hit death thing and you lose all your power-ups. Bullshit. I'm having fun. I'm playing a comfort game, by the way. I love this game. I like this game a little too much. I'm not gonna lie. UN Squadron on a hard mode. I haven't done that yet. I will do it one day. I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be fun. You don't suck at them, dude. They're just not your thing. You're still pretty darn good at shoot 'em ups. I'm terrible. Vanilla. Thank you for the kind words, though. I'm terrible. Those aren't in DS probably because the devs knew their games would be despised and called impossible, hence not good sales. What are you guys talking about? Limited lives continues. Ninja Gaiden, if that had limited lives. Oh, it does! Play Ninja Gaiden 3, the US version. But play that. That's got limited lives and continues. Yep! And it's really painful. Really fun game, though. Alright, don't do this bullshit. You know, I'm just gonna run. If he kills me, he kills me. I don't care. We at least got the checkpoint. I'm dead. Okay, that's fine. We got the checkpoint. The Zubat got me. 2 months ago, a guy gave me an old DVD player where he wanted his DVD back. Didn't get an F about the player, though. Oh, did you keep the player, then? Got you a nice DVD player? Those are considered retro now. You just mean Ninja Gaiden 1? Do you know how awful that would have been? People would have gotten... See, as a kid, I had Ninja Gaiden 1. My PB was 6.2. I never got through 6.2. I'd replay the game. I'd turn the game on and be like, I feel like some Ninja Gaiden right now. And then I'd play all the way through the game in like 20 minutes and get to 6.2 and then just turn it off and be like, oh, it was a good game of Ninja Gaiden today. I was completely convinced that I could never get through 6.2. But that was young me as a young teen. What the hell? That was the worst possible timing on a bat they could have ever had right there. Ninja Gaiden 3 is your favorite? It's really good. I just wish they had kept it non-rental industry, a non-anti-rental industry. Just make it a hard game, fine. Make it stupidly hard, but keep the continues thing. That's what it was balanced for. It wasn't balanced for limited continues, but that was anti-rental industry bullshit. That's what that was. Yeah, there's another difficulty on UN Squadron called Gamer, and that would be something, wouldn't it? Because that's already a hard game on normal. I liked it a lot, but I don't know if I could do Gamer difficulty on that. Just not skilled enough in shmups. You have to be pretty patient when you play shmups. You have to play very defensively. Not really a defensive guy. I like going on the offense for like everything. You can't do that in a shmup. You have to be extremely careful. It doesn't fit my style, but hey, I know my weaknesses. Set away loot 2 already. Jax, no, almost! We're already on level 3. We've only had to, I've only wasted 1 continue so far, so it's a good run. I haven't died too much. This weapon is slow. It's gotten me killed several times because it's freaking slow. That is the weakness of this weapon, is its slow speed. I love beat-em-ups. Beat-em-ups are wonderful. That's one of my really exciting genres to play is beat-em-ups. I got no complaints about those. I don't want that. I don't want the knife. We don't want it. We don't want that. What's that? We can pick that up. All right, that chest is in the way. That could be a problem. Oh, fine. What's that? Points in there. We're good. Yeah, today, games, Pigeonfish brings up a good point there. A lot of games are designed today where you can beat them. Like, you buy the game, kids today love seeing you win flash on the screen. It wasn't always the case back in the day. There were so many games that I owned that I knew I never was going to beat Battletoads, but I was okay with that. I knew I was never going to beat Battletoads as a kid. I was fine with it. I knew I wasn't going to beat Ninja Gaiden. I was fine with that. Some games you just accepted you just couldn't beat. I was more than okay with it. These days, if you had a game like that, a lot of kids I don't think would put up with it. They'd be like, I want to see you win flash on the screen. That's the only thing I care about is seeing you win. That's the way a lot of games are designed today. It's all about winning and losing. It's not more about just playing the game and having a good time. Like I said, I'd give up on Ninja Gaiden on 6-2. That doesn't mean I dislike the game, even though I technically couldn't beat it. I thought Double Dragon is excellent beat 'em ups. Some of the early Double Dragons the Double Dragon arcade is pretty primitive, but I love it because it's very nostalgic to me because that's the first beat 'em up I ever played. But yeah, a little bit primitive by today's standards, but still fun. Break from Zelda? No, Sorrel, made some progress. Welcome in, Sorrel. Hope you're having a good day. I need to get you added back to the auto shoutout thing. You changed your name and it doesn't recognize you anymore, so I gotta get that fixed up. But yeah, I did the Shadow Temple in Zelda today. We got through all the Shadow Temple, replenished everything we needed. We're apparently supposed to go to Gerudo Valley next, so I don't know where else to go. But yeah, that's what went on. I gave up on a game as a kid. Yeah, I gave up on a lot of games. I just didn't think I could beat them. I didn't have the skills, but I was okay with that. It was perfectly normal back in the day to just not finish a game. No problem. But now here on stream, I am trying to finish every game we play. Have I done Final Fight 1cc? Yes. I've done a 1 credit clear Final Fight with both Cody and Hagar on maximum difficulty. I love Final Fight. Hard game to learn on a first playthrough. Not really fun to learn that first time, but really, once you understand the mechanics and all that stuff, game gets much better. That last goblin right there, I swear to God! You little shit almost got me right there. Yeah, I'm getting close. Today was a good day in Zelda, Sorrel. I really actually enjoyed the dungeon a lot. It felt like a Link to the Past dungeon. It didn't feel like Ocarina today. It felt like something actually fun. Looks like this might be a decent weapon for this guy. This might actually be good. More N64 after this. F-Zero 64. Nah, I do like F-Zero 64, though. I do have it. Maybe I'll play it sometime. It's a racing game. That would be different. Peter, how you doing today, man? Hope you're having a good day. Hope all is well, sir. This is such a comfort game for me. This game just makes me happy. I know that's not that way for a lot of people. I get it. You hate Ghosts and Goblins. If you hate Ghosts and Goblins, you know what? That's fine. I'm cool with that. Yeah, the safe spot's right there. Kane, thank you again for providing that Castlevania 3 mod pack. Hard mode. You liked Goonies 2 as a kid, Vanilla. That's awesome. Hardly anyone likes that game. Speaking of which, Jax, what do you think about Goonies 2? You didn't like that one, did you? That was a childhood game for me, Goonies 2. That's a very cryptic and difficult game on a first playthrough. It's one of those games that's more fun once you know what's going on. I looked at it that way. Retro achievements on Back to the Future 2 and 3, that's insane. I'm going to beat that game, but I'm not going for any achievements. Maybe in like 5 years or something. We'll do that. Wasn't a fan of Goonies 2? Yeah, I remember. I wanted to help you, but I also wanted you to figure it out on your own. You were so close a couple of times on things. I was like, I hope he hits the wall right there. Please let him hit the wall. He's going to find a good item if he hits the wall. And then you would leave the room, and I'd be screaming on the inside, going, no, don't leave. You were almost there. Zelda 2 is your comfort game? That's another comfort game for me, Pinfold. I got another challenge lined up for Zelda 2, and I can't wait. That's going to be great. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but I got a good Zelda 2 challenge lined up for after we finish Ocarina and Bubsy 3D. So that's going to be something to look forward to. I can't wait. I haven't done Zelda 2 in a while. So that's something I'm really looking forward to. Zelda 2 is also a polarizing game. I get it. It's not for everybody. I love it, though. It's one of my all-time favorites. Zelda 2 Pacifist? Nope. Can't do that, unfortunately. can't do it. You have to level up at least some in that game. So you couldn't do technically a pacifist run. And that I've thought about it, but you can't do it. Kind of like Ghosts and Goblins. I would try a pacifist run in this game, but the red Aramers, you can't get away from them. They chase you forever, so you can't technically really do a pacifist run of this game either. Maybe I'm missing some. Well, I don't know. Maybe you could do it if you got the gold armor and use the iframes from the magic. No! I have no idea how to play this perfect while having a full conversation. Just a lot of repetition with it, Greg. I've just played this game a lot. And even then, I still screw up just like that. Screwed up. Zelda 2's Armita's Curse. I have that one, Kane. I'm sure we'll do it at some point in the future. It's a Zelda 2 ROM hack. Of course, I'll enjoy it. But I do have that one, yes. That goblin thing screwed me over. God damn it. All right, well, this is not going too well now. Roller Coaster Tycoon's my comfort game. Crazy is turning 25. I love Roller Coaster Tycoon. That's a great game. That is very enjoyable. The original one, I played the original one a lot. They make it like a 3D one too. I think it's pretty good as well. But the original Roller Coaster Tycoon is a lot of fun. I like that one too. I'm with you. Castlevania 2 with Knives Only or Holy Water Sacred Flame Only. That sounds fun, Kane. You did that, didn't you? You did that challenge. I remember you talking about it. Yeah, that sounds, or maybe like a Leather Whip Castlevania 2 run. I'll have to get my notes out for that game because I don't know where to go. How do you make the armor disappear? Clog Monster, good question. I have a ROM hack of this game that I'm playing right now, and it lets me turn the armor on or off anytime I want to. So for the sake of doing challenges with this game, this ROM hack is perfect for it. I can also choose what weapon I want. I can automatically just switch weapons anytime I want to. So if I want a challenge run with this game, I load this ROM hack up. I can turn the armor on or off, pick a weapon, whatever you need. It's called the Super Ghouls and Ghosts Practice mod or something like that, but I don't use it for that. I use it to set up challenges, not to practice. I think it's got a stage select too, but I don't use that. Look at all this freaking slow down! This level sucks. I always die a lot in this level. Games on VHS, welcome in. Thrillville was a fun coaster builder. Didn't like the sequel, though. I don't think I played that one. Now, for you guys wondering, let me show you how this ROM hack works. See, I can turn the armor off or turn the armor all the way on to full strength or turn it all the way off. There's like, you hold up and select to do it in the commands. But that's the way this one works, and it's perfect for challenge runs with this game. It's just awesome. This is going poorly. It's going poorly. I was toying around with Deathless Zelda 2, allowing all level ups and magic, but I got stuck at Palace 5 twice. Zelda 2 Deathless is deceptively hard. It's deceptively difficult. Because it's so easy to get knocked back into the lava in that game. I did a Zelda 2 Deathless run back when I was like 15 years old. I'd love to try it again on stream. But it's not going to happen quickly because there's so much that can go wrong. Brigand, welcome in. I'm taking a palate cleanser. I am. Good call. Good call, sir. Speaking of which, Brigand's another guy that loves shmups and is really stinking good at them. Those are the three in the retro community I talk about when it comes to shmups. That would be Vance Velez, Pookums, and Brigand are shmup players. You guys like shmups? Go follow them. They'll get the job done. Me? No. Not me. I lost another continue, man. I'm getting my ass kicked right now. Message you in Discord. Make sure I want you to, that Super Mario Christmas hack that you and Tsunami played. Okay. All right, Jax, I will send it to you right away, sir. You will get it. It's a good ROM hack, by the way, that Super Mario World Christmas. It's a fun one. I look forward to you playing it one day, but that was really fun. It was harder than the base Super Mario World, but not Kaizo difficulty, which is kind of what most people are looking for. Most people aren't looking for Kaizo all the time. Kaizo's a lot of work. Am I going to die? Of course I'm going to die. I'm playing Ghosts and Goblins. That's what we're doing. Ghosts and Goblins. Populous? No, that's a game most people don't like, Reg. I like Populous. I understand how to... Most people don't understand how to play it. I had it on Super Nintendo back in the day, so I learned how to play it, and then I got the sequel on DOS, which was way better than that. So yeah, the Populous games, yes. Only the retro ones, like Populous 3 or whatever, I think that kind of sucked, but yeah, the old ones are great. Vance is a god, but dude, Vance did freaking Gradius with no power-ups. How in the literal shit did he do that? He did it, though! Dead again, man. I'm not doing well with this. I am not doing well. Kane, you probably just don't know how to play Populous. All you shmup players should try Versus Gradius. What, is that version harder? I did Versus Castlevania. And it was harder. Jax, you're the one that gave me that idea versus Castlevania. Loop 2, you die in 2 hits. It was great. It definitely made some fights very entertaining. Dude, I don't know what's going on here, and I don't like it. I'm dying. No power-ups on Gradius, didn't think such a thing was possible. I didn't either. But somehow Vance pulled it off. Vance is a freaking legend at shmups. The man makes the impossible possible. In fact, he tells me, he's like, Mixer, how do you do those Ghosts and Goblins challenges you do? I'm like, well, I just like the game a lot. And I'm like, dude, well, how do you do the shmup challenges you do? And he's like, well, I do the shmup challenges like you do Ghosts and Goblins. And I'm like, okay, well, that's fair. And he's like, you stick with that and I'll stick with shmups, and we're both win that way. So that works so good. I love it. But yeah, you guys want shmups, go follow all those guys. Corman also likes shmups. He doesn't do quite as many challenge runs, but he's good at them. I've seen him do some good things with shmups. But that's not a genre for me. Not anywhere close. This RNG here is so ridiculous. The green guys are there every time. It's these blue ghost goblin things that spawn that screw you over. Alright, we're gonna snipe this thing down before it kills me again. Alright, got it. Alright, pick up some more money bags. So this is a very rough run right now. And we have to do 2 loops of this game, so yeah, that's always a thing. There's 2 loops of Ghosts and Goblins. Yeah, I can hit that guy from off the screen, and he's dead. Okay, should have just done that first time. What do you think genre I'm my best at? Oh. I really don't know. That's a good question. What is my best genre? Maybe just platforming, I don't know. JRPGs, I'm decent at those. Of course, Amico helps with those games, but I don't know. Beat 'em ups I'm pretty good with. I like beat 'em ups. I don't know if I have like a what am I best at genre. I really don't. Because there's a lot of stuff I like, but there's also stuff I stay the hell away from too. I don't really like doing puzzle games on stream, but I also do fairly well with puzzles. I've never gotten stuck on a puzzle on a stream and had to ask for help for it. Even though it's a bad feeling when you're playing a puzzle game on stream and you can't do it, because sometimes chat can be a little mean about it. Oh, how dumb are you? Can you not do this simple puzzle on a game you've never played before? Yeah, that doesn't happen here. I've seen it happen in other streamers, though, and it really gets under my skin very quickly. People are not kind when it comes to puzzle streaming. I saw the answer 20 minutes ago. That's the way people can be. It's not nice. And it's always people that don't stream that do it. They don't have to worry about it. They're not streamers. Any puzzle game you like Myst or like Puzzle Fighter? Yeah, like Tetris or that type of game, yes. Tetris, Dr. Mario. I'm not super strong in those games. Of course, the people I play against in them, like Amico, or I play Goten in Puzzle Fighter, he destroys me. But I don't hate those games. And there's also games, too, like, I don't know, like, God damn it. Didn't make the right move. Made a shitty move right there, and I'm mad at myself. Scrub my ass, Goat, to scrub. Scrub nothing! Scrub nothing. I would consider also like a puzzle game. There's parts of like Lufia 2 that have some heavy puzzle work in it, where those block puzzles. Milon's Secret Castle is kind of puzzly. I do want to play that on stream because it looks fun. I'm gonna get hit by this thing because it's doing weird stuff. Yep. Nothing I could do. Nothing I could do. TMNT 3's brutality for Deathless. I think I'll just stick with my 1 credit clear run of TMNT 3. I don't really want to do Deathless in that. I'm not really a fan of doing a whole lot of Deathless. I don't like the whole, start over, back to level 1 again, level 1. It's old. That's why I like doing a Deathless run like 1 or 2 times on stream, and then like ending stream with like 1 attempt of a Deathless run. Some people have the mental fortitude to just keep pushing on with a Deathless run for like 5 hours on stream. I've seen plenty of people do that. Jax, I've seen you do it. I've seen Wolfmaster do a lot of that. I can't. After like 1 run, I'm done. I won't have another good run after that 1 run is over. I'm just mentally kaput. I'm like, okay, I failed, I suck, turn the game off, we'll try again another day. But no more today, because I've tried to do it like that. My runs just get progressively worse, because I just want to get back to the spot where I died, and You got to go a long way a lot of times to get back that far into your game, whatever you're working on. And I just can't do it. It's just not for me, and I did it right that time. See, that's how I was doing the Holy Diver. When we were doing the Holy Diver Deathless runs, I would in-stream with a Holy Diver Deathless attempt, and we would take one shot at it, and whether I got it or whether whatever happened, I took a death on level 1 or level 2, I would just in-stream and be like, okay, fine, we'll try again another time. And disease-free, you are 100% right, sir. That's why I hate the Gradius series so much. You have to practically do a deathless run on a first playthrough. That is not fun. I don't think that's good game design. I think if you die in a Gradius game, it should start the entire level over, so that way you get a chance to get your power-ups again and have another fair shot at the level. None of this, oh, we're putting you in the middle of a checkpoint with 8 million enemies that are designed to have 4 options, the shields and the lasers, but you have nothing now, and you're slow, so, oh, hit reset. I hate that. That's why I hate Gradius 2 so much. Because I had to a part of Gradius 2 where I got stuck for 5 hours on stream. I don't know if it was 5, it was maybe 3 or 4 hours, but it was bad. In the meantime, the Hydra's dead and we're moving on. We're going to the snow level. Bubsy 3D, you might end up beating it faster than me though, Goten. You might be way faster than me. Disease, how you doing, man? How you doing, sir? Good to see you. If I missed you coming in earlier, I do apologize. Occasionally happens when I have to like AFK and stuff. Like, no, don't hit me. All right, we're good. We're good. This level's not that tough. This is one of the easier levels in the game. Anyone who's beaten Superman 64 deserves a gold medal. Yep. Several of us have dealt with the fun of Superman 64. Several of us. Yeah. Who's next on Superman 64? Pookum's just beat it recently. You know what? Superman 64 would be playable if it wasn't for the freaking glitches. The glitches will ruin your gameplay more so than the actual game. It's nuts how glitchy that piece of crap is. Most of my problems with that game came from glitches. Pookums, I watched him play it. Glitch Fest. Goten, Glitch Fest. It's the same thing. It's glitches. It's so bad. So the game wasn't even tested. They shoveled it out the door and been like, "Oh, kids will buy a Superman game. Well, they don't care if it's shitty or not." You know what? The game actually sold well. It sold freaking well because Superman's popular. It's Justice League. Superman the animated series. That's what the game's based on. It's a good series. But the game is garbage because it wasn't tested. There's a hack for it? Really? What, it fixes the glitches? Well, the developer of the game said it wasn't that bad, so we should trust his word on it, right? The developer of Superman 64 was like, yeah, it's not that bad. What are you talking about? I called him out for it on Twitter, too. I called him out. I linked myself falling through the floor with a clip and said, oh, not that bad, really? He didn't respond. Of course he didn't. I was hoping to get into a debate with him about it, but nah, he ran away. What a chicken. If he ever wants to do it, Eric Kahan, I'm calling you out. If you ever want to debate Superman 64, I'm right here, buddy. I'm right here. We'll talk about it all day long. Calling you out. When dumb things happen in games, I call out the developers. I do. No! What? The cheater wasn't even ready. No, he didn't even block me. I wasn't mean. I just linked a clip on me on Twitter of me getting stuck in the floor in Superman 64, and he was saying the game wasn't that bad, and I said, oh, it's not that bad, is it? Really? And he didn't respond. He didn't block me, though. I wasn't trying to be mean. I was just trying to make a point that this game is not okay. And he apparently is defending it. Just say it's bad. If you make something that sucks, admit it. Don't try and defend garbage. Don't do that. I don't care if you made it or not. If I made something that bad, I tell you straight up, this is garbage. This is ass. Do not play it. But no, I guess he's a little sore about it and actually thinks the game is good. I don't know. Not. Made his money and ran away from the debate. Yeah, I know. He was a chicken. He just cowardly ran away. Defend your game. You said it was all right, not that bad. Well, all right, well, tell me. Tell me what you think's good. But no. See, I have it. That invite also goes to Dan Kitchen if he ever wants to come to my stream and talk about the philosophies of game design. I'm right here. I'll do it all day long. Will he show up? Probably not. That's okay. That's all right. He knows I throw him under the bus for the Swamp Thing and Ghoul School and all those other crappy games he did. Because Because I'd be quizzing them on like, why did you do this here? Why would you do that here? What were you not thinking about fun here? Was this anti-rental industry? What's the problem? I have like a million questions I would ask him. He would probably be like, you know what? I can't answer any of these questions, so I just won't debate to begin with. That's what would happen. That's exactly what would happen. Defend your game, right? Kane, that Alf game sucks. It's awful. That Garfield game you like, that's awful. Those are bad games. Just, okay, you can like them, but just admit they're bad. They're horrible. You can't tell me they're good. Limitations on the hardware. Well, where were the limitations on the hardware with Ninja Gaiden? That came out good. Why did Ghouls suck? What was the problem? Superman 64. Why were you falling through the floor? Super Mario 64, you're not falling through the floor by accident. I mean, you can glitch the game, but it's very hard to do. Unlike freaking Superman 64, where it just randomly happens over and over and over and over, despite your best efforts to make it not happen. Am I right? Is this guy gonna go away, or is he just gonna torment me until I die? Probably just, yeah. He's gonna get me. I'm dead. At least we made the checkpoint. Hey, Garfield game's garbage. There's a restaurant near me called Dan's Kitchen. That's concerning. Who designed those awful Simpsons game? Dan Kitchen, Vanilla. Dan Kitchen. Simpsons, Bart versus Space Mutants, Dan Kitchen. Bart, Radioactive Man, that's probably even worse. Dan Kitchen. See, I want to ask him, why all these shitty decisions? No continues in Bart Space Mutants? Really? You die in 2 hits in that game and you have no continues. The objectives aren't clear. The physics are awful. It's hard to control. And you don't give any continues. Why not? Why not? Were you being pressured by the rental industry? Or are you just a bad game designer? I want answers. I have questions. I seek answers. Defend your games. But no, we just have to sit here and make fun of them because the developers won't show up and defend them. One day they will. I've actually had ROM hack authors that I've played come into the chat and talk to me about it, which was really freaking cool. I'd be like, okay, why did you do this here? I like this, I didn't like that. And they're really normal about it. They defended their game, and I was really cool about it. I liked the ROM hacks, though. I wasn't talking bad about them, I was actually talking quite good about them. Wish that guy would come in that made that erotic Castlevania hack. That one had some problems. You remember that? That X-rated Castlevania hack we did that I had to edit and like change the models because it wasn't safe for stream? I'd like to talk to that guy and think, what the hell were you thinking with some of this? Maybe he'll show up one day. We'll see. Wonder if Dan Kitchen actually enjoys playing through his own games. I don't think so, Vanilla. I think he just slaps it together and pushes it out the door. Been like, oh, it's got Simpsons on it. Kids will buy it. Bart's in the game. Kids like Bart Simpson. They'll be fine. They're not worried about continues. They're worried about playing as Bart Simpson. I swear to God, that's the way some of these developers actually think. I don't know. Dennis the Menace, SNES Pacifist. I never want to see that game again. It's one of the worst games I've ever played in my life. I've never seen anyone else stream that game. And there's a reason for that. Don't play it. I wouldn't even recommend that game as a joke. And I do recommend stupid games as a joke to people sometimes, but I don't want anyone playing Dennis the Menace on SNES. No. Just whoop that guy's ass. Mixed with some games were cash grabs back then. I know, like movie-based games. Like a Swamp Thing on NES. That's a cash grab, and it's also made by Dan Kitchen. That's why it sucks. It's a franchise. It's not good. What is the worst weapon in this game to use? The torch overall is the worst weapon in this game. It would definitely be the torch. Art Space Mutants, the kitchen game I like. It's an okay game once you know what to... It's one of those games where your first playthrough it's going to be a god-awful nightmare. But once you know what to do with that game, it's not that bad. But that first playthrough to me was utter shit. I found no enjoyment in it whatsoever. Yeah, Torch is the worst in this game. Bart vs. Space Mutants is good. I hate it, honestly. Most people dislike it. If you like it, I'm glad, but I personally have a burning, passionate hatred of that game. Dennis the Menace on SNES, I might hate more than that one. So how do you do this with the bracelet without armor? I have to use the armor to get the bracelet, and then I kill myself, and we start that level over with no armor and go all the way through it with the bracelet. You have to bend the rules for that. There's no other way to beat it. But that's a good question, Kane. That is what we have to do. So yeah, I have to get the armor for that specific sequence, and then swap up. Don't kill me, please. All right, good. Just Stay back. Stay back. Stay back. All right, if you run over here, he leaves because the boss is right here. Battle for horse supremacy. I'm going with the horse and Athena because Epona doesn't even fight. What do you think, Rydia? Go with that one. Definitely the Athena horse because it can be dangerous. As you saw with the old horse video from bygone days. Alright, we're going to fight Astaroth here, which we actually have a fairly decent weapon to fight him with. The lance isn't terrible. Fighting this guy with the torch is the worst thing in the world. Way worse than the bracelet. Kane, have you been practicing this game? You gonna do a professional run someday? Epona for Smash Bros? That's fine. I don't hate Epona. Epona's fine. Epona makes a shitty level better. That would be how I would feel. Dan Kitch is likely seeking medical help for how often his ears are burning. Well, you know what, Goyam? You know what? He should have made better games. I don't feel sorry for him. He made bad games. So behind on my G&G. Rydia, you'll get there. You like hard games. I remember when you did the Genesis one. It's brutal on that first playthrough, is it not? You know, the Genesis one is weird. A lot of people say that's the easiest one. For a challenge run, I think that might be one of the hardest ones. It's got worse RNG than any of the other ones. More so than the NES one, more so than this one. But it's like the levels are really short though, so it kind of balances out that way. I don't know, it's hard to describe. Can you get the gold armor from the hack to get the bracelet and then lose it? I could, but I'm not going to. I'm going to get the bracelet the old-fashioned way. I did not mean to fall there. Darth, what's up, man? Welcome in. How you doing today? Hope all is well with you. And Cliffy B. I've never heard of Cliffy B. Who's that, Johnny? Enlighten me. Is that a celebrity? Is that somebody I should know? It doesn't sound like it is. Cliffy B. Either side of 3 to beat the hardest for challenge run. Celestial, well said. Would you throw Dan Kitchen under the bus? Not a real bus. The proverbial bus, I would. But not a real bus, no. I'm sure he's a nice guy. He just makes crappy games. That's the way I'm going to look at it. Nice guy makes garbage. In fact, there's only one Dan Kitchen game I like. That's Keystone Capers on Atari 2600. Did a good job with that. That's a fun game. This guy's pretty darn close. Get wrecked, sir. Get wrecked. Genesis 1 was okay, so like Castlevania more. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it. I like hearing those kind of opinions. I love the Castlevania series too, of course. I think my favorite game series is Castlevania, Mega Man, and Ghosts and Goblins. And Mario, of course. I love Mario. Those old classic series are just good games. I know somebody's in the chats right now, if he's listening, is going, those games are played too much, Mixer. I don't like that. Too many people stream those games. Are you listening? I know who you know who you are. Scramble on Atari, and Enduro Racer is a good Atari game. It's a good one. Cliffy B was the creator of the Unreal series, Unreal Engine, and the Gears of War series. Oh, I haven't played any of that. I briefly played the original Unreal game. That was like in the age of first-person shooters. And that was when I was starting to get out of first-person shooters because I stopped at Quake and kind of like never moved on from it. But yeah, that was... No wonder I didn't know who that was. No wonder. See, you get authentic retro stuff here. I don't even know who those kind of people are. You get authentic, don't even know about the modern stuff. Bart vs. Worlds made by Dan Kitchen. I haven't played that yet, but it probably sucks. I'll probably hate it with every ounce of my being. One day we'll play it, and I will hate it. And Bart Radioactive, man, that's probably even worse. I wonder who made Virtual Bart. That was probably Dan Kitchen as well. If I had to guess. I'll just blame him for all shitty games in the future. I'm surprised he didn't do Superman 64. Wouldn't surprise me a bit, but no, that was Eric Cahan. I know his name because I saw him on Twitter. You like both? Well, I like Blaster Master. Deal with that. I love Blaster Master. In fact, it's one of my favorite NES games. And I know how much you hate it, which is even more fun to bring it up. This is a bad spot. I don't really want to be up this close. In fact, it's very disturbing. Alright. This is not loop 2, this is loop 1. Professor Matthews, what's up, buddy? How you doing today? I was like, now, so grow even more powerful. I'm going to have to wear it next time I play Castlevania. Oh, you got a gift today from a guy friend. It was a necklace with a holy water pendant. What? I want to see if... is there a picture of it in Discord, Rydia? Did you put a picture of it in your Discord server? I want to see that. That sounds freaking epic. That guy clearly is a fan of Castlevania, am I right? That's awesome. A holy water pendant. Why doesn't Amiko get things like that for me? If she gets another copy of Dr. Mario. Why not something cool like that? I'm gonna get it bad off stream now. I'm asking for trouble. You play through Blaster Master? I recommend it, man. It's a good one. It's hard though. It'll hurt you. Yeah! What was that? Bullshit! God damn it! That was blatant cheating. That's what that was. That was blatant cheating. I am in shock. This game can do some bullshit sometimes, but that was on another level. That's why I don't like doing, that's why a deathless run of this game is going to be so hard, because you have to put up with that kind of shit. I did jump in front of the laser because that was a fight. He threw one fireball low, and that almost never happens. It does happen, but one fireball low. One. Defend my game? I love this game. I love this game. I love the chaotic situations it puts you in. It's not the same every time. There's a... Just like that. Just like that. See, that little blue guy rarely moves like that. Whenever Mixer makes a mistake, Dev goes straight to jail. No, that was just an unfortunate circumstance. I love this game, actually. I'm glad it does some crazy things sometimes. Otherwise, it would get boring and stale. All right, you're testing my patience with this kind of shit. Number munchers right there. I know, I love number munching. Really love this game too. Didn't think I would. I'm glad you did, Surreal. Most people end up hating this poor game. They just don't like it. Go10, you don't hate this game, do you? You beat it on professional. I know it was tough, but you did it, and you grinded through it. And hopefully you don't hate it, right? There's games to hate like Superman 64, not good old Super Ghouls and Ghosts, right? You can hate on Adventure Island. All right, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that for sure. All right. Proto, we're on loop 1. It's some awful things are happening right now. Game's cheating, basically. Game is cheating. It's pulling out some bullshit on me. Cost me a continue. But we're in the final level of loop 1. I've never been in a situation where Neberoff pulled that kind of bullshit, but he did. We gotta be ready for it next time. This is definitely my favorite game. I know, Jax, you're gonna stream this again. You're gonna do a challenge run on this. It's gonna be the next project. You're gonna do torch only, no armor professional. I haven't done that yet. You're gonna beat me to that one. I'm looking forward to it. God! Well, see what I'm talking about with this crazy game? Look at that! You piece of garbage. All right, you tried. You gave it your best shot. Picture chompers on Oregon Trail for Apple II. I did play Oregon Trail Apple II. It's really good. It's a fun one, but I never played the other one though. We did have an Apple II computer growing up. My favorite Apple II game was called Rocky's Boots. It was actually a learning game, but I am getting it handed to me right now. We might not win. We might not win this. I might run out of continues. I'm taking a hellacious beating right now. We got 5 more. Hopefully it'll be enough. Jeff Nunez, welcome in. Entered here with a hate scream. I think it's common around here. Oh, it's very common around here, sir. It's very common. Hope you're having a good day. Welcome in. We're on loop 1. We still got a long way to go. We got another loop to do. It's not going to get any easier. Oh, man, am I a fanboy of this game. If I don't make it, that's actually quite okay, because that'll give me an excuse to play it again. I know most people will be like, I have to play Ghosts and Goblins again. For me, it's like something exciting. Alright, that's okay. That's okay. Alright, moving on. Jeff, hope all is well. Home Alone 2, good movie, bad game. That happened, Catman, yes. That happens a lot when you're playing Oregon Trail, which is quite normal. I like Oregon Trail. I like the randomness. It's good. It's so good. Nobody's ever complained about a noise complaint with me a single time. I've never gotten a noise complaint. But then again, this room I'm in streaming from, it's not adjacent to a neighbor's house, so that probably saves me. If this was on the side of the house where there's a neighbor on the other side, I might get in trouble. But no, I've never gotten in trouble for a noise complaint. I know people have asked me about that before, but it's never happened. I can be as loud as I want here. I was yelling with the window open one day. That was a problem. So I'm sure the neighbors heard me, and it was during Adventure Island as well, so I was screaming about fruit. You know, I have to keep getting fruit in Adventure Island or you die. Well, I was screaming about fruit, so I'm sure the neighbors were thinking, what is going on with fruit over there in that house? Something horrifying. Yeah, that was going on. Something to do with fruit. I'm a fan of the Genesis version of Home Alone 2. I've never played it before. Some people have told me that's not a terrible game. Maybe we'll play it at Christmas time. This is a Christmas game. We can do that. It's a Christmas movie, Christmas game, right? Yeah, I was screaming about fruit. I really was. That was a long time ago. Did you like the new Ghosts and Goblins game? It came out. I did. I loved it. Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection. I played on Legend difficulty. Holy shit, that's the hardest game I've done on stream. And also one of my favorite playthroughs. Nobody saw that playthrough except for like 2 or 3 people, I think. That was very early in my streaming time. The whole playthrough is on YouTube if you ever want to see how I dealt with some of those ridiculous situations. It is there, but I loved Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection. Now, that's not a game most people are going to choose. Like, if you're going to choose a really hard game, most people, they're going to go with Dark Souls. They're not going to go with Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection. In fact, Resurrection's a lot harder than Dark Souls. I've been told that by people that have played both. I'm not making up bullshit there. That's actually, I've heard that from people that have done both. That Resurrection is a harder game than Dark Souls. And from what I've seen of Dark Souls, I fully believe that. It does, Jeff. I know. Don't you like that? It's an interesting boss fight. Die Hard Trilogy on PS1, that's a little modern for me. I'm not much into PlayStation 1 unless it's not 3D. There's that word again. There's 3D. How am I not hitting you? Got him. Okay. Alright, this guy better not cheat again. Son of a bitch cheated me last time. Not this time. I'm ready. I really didn't need to back up there, but I did. No birds here. Where's birds? No birds, guys. And we're fighting a big giant man with squirting fire. That's what we're doing. Don't you do it again. You're going to do it again. I know what you're doing. Sonic 3D Blast, not interested. No, I'm not really a fan of Sonic games anyway, and putting that with 3D, not my thing. No good. I've done Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and Sonic CD. I think that's enough. Anything else starts treading into 3D. He's made of birds? Where do you see that? I don't see that. Remember that guy that was made of birds yesterday, though, and Wanda Gamelon? You kill that guy and he like explodes into like a chicken or something, and Zelda goes, "Got him!" I like that. That game is so janky and dumb, but I like it. I'm looking forward to doing Faces of Evil. You said it was pretty good too, Bookums. The cutscenes make those games. They're so bad, but they're so funny. All right, there's loop 1. Sonic Advance 1 to 3 are all 2D. Okay, I don't even know what era that's from. There's like Sonic Heroes, Sonic Adventure, Sonic 2, Sonic Superheroes. I can't keep all this Sonic stuff straight. I just can't do it. I know Sonic 1, 2, and 3 and Sonic CD, and that's all I know. I just can't keep up. I don't know the Mario middle games either, like Super Mario 3D World or Mario, whatever's on GameCube, Super Wii Mario. I don't know those either. That's just like an unknown era of gaming for me. I don't know them. Sonic 3D is isometric. I actually do like isometric. Sonic 3D Blast isn't 3D. Well, then why do they call it that? Why they gotta call it that? Warp Zone boss, welcome in. Sonic Basketball, is that even real, or did you just make that up? It's probably real. Faces of Evil is a lot less janky, has more action, more challenge. The music honestly has no business being as good as it was. It's on Symphony of the Night music level. Good God, really? Now I really want to play it. Looking forward to it. I liked Wand of Gamelon, though, just for how ridiculously jank it was. Goten, I was really hoping somebody would put that in there, that emote right there, because that's as good as it gets. That is a top-of-the-line emote for the situation. Snake Rattle and Roll Deathless? No, I wouldn't try it Deathless. I would try a 1 credit clear off it. I almost got a 1 credit clear Snake Rattle and Roll on my first playthrough when I finally beat it. I died a lot, lots of game overs, restart, play it again, but my final playthrough of Snake Rattle and Roll was almost a 1 credit clear. It's doable. Deathless, I don't think so. That game's too long and a little bit too finicky for a Deathless run. I don't think so, but I'm sure somebody could do it, not me. I'm not good enough. Thank you for the GGs. I appreciate it. No, don't do that. There we go. Oh, I went back in the cage. Okay, we're fine. Blink and come back and look at this baby game beaten. That was loop 1. You're wrong. That was loop 1. Don't you know anything about Ghosts and Goblins? You gotta do 2 loops. It's not over. We gotta do the whole game again. That's part of the fun. Of course, a Souls fanboy wouldn't know anything about that, would they? 1cc Snake Ride and Roll. Can't imagine beating the Deathless maybe at the last level, and then no, yeah, I wouldn't try it. Well done on getting it though 1 credit clear. It's still a very difficult game to even beat normally, much less getting any challenge runs done with it. But I would like to go back and try and do a 1 credit clear on it. I loop 2 all the time in Souls. There is no loop 2 in Souls unless there's New Game Plus or whatever. Is there New Game Plus? Maybe there is. I don't know. That's the thing with a lot of modern games is New Game Plus, which is a good feature. Lets you replay the game with like some additional things to it. I like that. Alright, this part right here is very dangerous because the skulls are a little bit random. Sneak through right there. That was almost stupid. Alright, we're good. This is level 1. This is where that guy I made fun of that had 4,000 viewers. He couldn't beat this part. He kept getting here and just dying and then blaming the game because this is not fair. It's too hard. No, it's not. Get good. See, I'm going to do it on the first try with no armor and a suboptimal weapon. You know my level of Pocky and Rocky hard 1cc? I've only played through that 1 time, but I would like to do it again because I do like Pocky and Rocky. I don't know about on hard, but I would like to go back and do it at 1 credit. You know what? You're cheating. 1 credit clear of Pocky and Rocky is almost optimal because if you do it that way, you have maximum health. It's honestly, in some ways, Pocky and Rocky is harder to beat when you're continuing. Goten knows what I'm talking about. When you continue in Pocky and Rocky, you lose your maximum health and it's gone. And then, like, fighting through the last couple of stages was a little bit psychotic, but that's the way I did it. And I don't know if that was the right way to do it or not, but I got through it. But, man, it got nasty there at the end, that final boss. And you have to fight this knife slinky thing right before it. It's a good game, though. Love me some Pocky and Rocky. I like the graphics, characters are great. There's nothing bad to say about that. Moseying right along, just like Gradius. No, if it was like Gradius, it would be 1 death and it would be over. 1 death and it would be all over. Plus, Pocky and Rocky's got unlimited continues as well. So, I mean, it does everything. It's a fair hard game. Gradius is just bullshit, stupid hard game. Game is not hard, it's just skill issue. It's hard, on a first playthrough, a lot of stuff's gonna be hard. And then the skill issue comes in the more you play it. You get an opportunity to get good, basically. That's a good way to look at it. But even like a game that's maybe not all that hard for a lot of people, some people might have a hard time with it on a first playthrough. It just depends, everyone's different. All right, that went really well. Where's that 4,000 viewer guy that couldn't beat that level and called it impossible? Where is he? Starlighter, welcome in. I'm glad you're playing this. Always wondered how to do on this game. I love this game, man. You're in the right stream if you want to see this game, because we do a lot of challenge runs with it. All weapons, no armor, max difficulty. That's what I like doing with this. SNES Super Ghouls and Ghosts and Goblins. What's up, Nightmare? Welcome in. Yeah, I love this game, man. This is one of my all-time favorites. It's a comfort game. We needed a comfort game after so much Ocarina. A good challenge run like this hits the spot nicely. This part always scares me. This is a high opportunity to die right here, but we might make it this time. Hey, start the game without armor. I've got a ROM hack that lets you turn the armor off. You can also pick what weapon you want. So every time the level begins, I just turn the armor off. You could do it with the base game too. You just have to take a hit at the start of each spot. I've done that before I found this particular ROM hack. It's just more work. This makes it way more streamlined and convenient. I've had Pocky and Rocky a long time, so it's kind of unfair. I think my greatest SNES achievement is kind of dumb, to be honest. No, with that, no. Just because you've owned the game a long time doesn't diminish the achievement just because you played it a lot. I think the game's freaking awesome, no matter how much you've played it. That'd be like me going, oh, Holy Diver, that's an easy game. I beat that game deathless, bro. You should get on my level. No, I actually played it a bunch. You have to do some of these challenges. You gotta get really freaking good and play it a lot. Game should have a difficulty setting for disabling armor. I wish it did. I'm a big fan of customizable difficulty in games. I like very easy to psychotic difficulty available. You know why? Because that gives everybody a chance to play the game the way they like it. I'm not really a fan about getting a game out and locking it into a difficulty, because for some people it's going to be too easy, some people it's going to be too hard, and that's why I'm a fan of selectable difficulty. You customize the game the way you want to play it. Mr. Retro, what's going on, man? Welcome in. How you doing today? This is a comfort game to me, Jeff. It absolutely is. I know that sounds kind of nuts, but it really is. I love the Ghosts and Goblins series. One of my all-time favorites, along with Castlevania, and of course Mega Man and Mario. I like all the classics, but Ghosts and Goblins just does it for me. It just does. It's a great game, especially on Halloween. Yeah, a lot of people play the oh my god, that sucked. That was garbage. Jimmy Woods and Lucas can beat this with a power glove. Well, I'd like to see them try. I'd like to see them try, old man. Old man, how you doing today? I think you came in here earlier and I was AFK. I think that's when that happened. Old man, how you doing today, dude? Hope you're doing well. You're not old, by the way. You're not that much older than me, in fact. There's G&G Resurrection with difficulty setting, just varying degrees of how screwed you are. I've never tried it on anything but Legend. If I played it again, Sagan, on like night difficulty or whatever, I bet I would find that it's a billion times easier, because I think you get more checkpoints. And that's what makes Resurrection Legend so hard, is you get almost no checkpoints. It's so limited in the checkpoints, and the game is so trolly, so hard, but so good. One of my favorites. You suck at shmups and running guns? Now, see, that's weird, because I'm okay at running guns. I've done a lot of Contra. I like that Batman on Genesis is kind of a running gun. I like those, but for some reason, like a spaceship shmup, I just can't do those. Gradius, it's not my thing. But, yeah, see, Pocky and Rocky is somewhat like a running gun, too, like you said, but you're good at that. Caught the girlfriend's sickness, so I'm down. That is unfortunate. Yeah, that happens. When you're living with somebody and they get sick, you're going to get sick, too. The worst is when somebody you're living with gets the stomach virus. Then you know you're screwed. I've been in that situation sometimes. It's bad. Last level sucks in this only because if you're not fast enough, you don't fight the... Oh, if you're not fast enough, yeah, the clock is a limit, yeah. I'm not a fan of the timer. It can come into play with this. It'll hurt you badly. But once you get the last level down, like, really well, it's not too terrible. We are on Loop 2, by the way, for you guys just joining us. This is Loop 2. Pocky and Rocky is an Akari Warriors type running gun. It kind of is, yeah. I know a good Akari Warriors game that hardly anyone plays because it's got unlimited continues. Anyone ever played Guerrilla War on NES? You play as Fidel Castro and you're taking over Cuba and spreading communism. I'm not lying, that's what you do. But it's censored in the American version, so you don't know that's who you're playing as. But that actually is the truth. And I want to play that game, but I'm going to set myself to like 3 continues because it gives you unlimited. And you just respawn on the spot. It's way too easy of a game. But yeah, we'll do like a 3 continue limit. And if I run out of those 3 continues, we'll start over. You love Guerrilla War? It's a good one, Sorrel. It's fun. It's everything Akari Warriors should have been, basically. It's like the real version. It's not auto-scrolling. You don't like auto-scrolling. A lot of people hate auto-scrolling. Will I find night difficulty a breeze? I think I would. Because I played that for so many hours, Sagan. I think night difficulty would be nothing in GNGR now. But that's just from somebody who's played it a million times now on Legend difficulty. We need to go back and do that again on Legend. I'll put some restrictions in, like no knife or crossbow for Legend difficulty at GNGR. That's playing with fire. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. It sounds bad. Oh, you played it with your brother as a kid. Okay, that makes it a lot better. Really good to see you live. Thanks for the streams. Good to have you here, man. I appreciate you dropping in. I appreciate it, sir. The only Akari Warriors is Akari Warriors 3, The Rescue. That one was a bit fun. That one's weird. You have, like, punches and kicks in that one. That one's strange. I have played that one. It's also got unlimited continues, but that's a weird Akari Warriors game. You like auto-scrolling in Mario. Okay, a lot of people hate it in Mario. They're like, I like controlling the pace. I kind of like it some levels if they're like somewhat fast-paced. But if it's really... No! Oh my god! This is the worst level to die in because this is an auto-scroller. Speak of the devil. So now we have to do that whole stupid part again because that boss is terrible. This is an auto-scroller I hate because it's slow. It's got NES Ice Climber. The jumping controls in Ice Climber are really hard to get used to. I've played that game and I do like it, but it takes getting used to that one. That sucked. That was awful. That boss sucks too. This is one of the worst bosses in the game, by the way. And this is the end of this level. So a lot of people that play this game, they get to this part and they don't ever get through it. I don't blame anyone that quits on this game because they didn't like this boss or this level. I get it. But this is like the least fun level in the game, and it's level 2. Ghosts and Goblins on NES is also a very hard level 2, so maybe level 2 with G&G games is weird. Ice levels can burn in hell. You don't like ice levels? They're not fun in most games. I like the ice level in Blaster Master. The boss in that level sucks, but it's got a fun ice level until you get to the boss. Crystalis versus Zelda 1, what's the better game? Oh boy, that's a tough one. It's hard to compare those games because Crystalis is a much newer game. It came out much later, and they kind of fixed a lot of things that Zelda might have done a little bit wrong, but I love both those games, and I did own them both growing up, so I can't really pick one or the other. I have done both on stream. Crystalis, I did a no armor run and a no accessories run. That end game was absolutely psychotic with no armor. Where you do the tower, the futuristic tower, those enemies were killing me in like 4 or 5 hits. And you get hit quickly in that game. You don't have any iframes. And you run out of magic points even faster. So yeah, I like the game, but it's hard to compare that to Zelda 1. Because they're a little bit different in some ways too. But they're both really good. I really don't like auto-scrollers for speed running. Yeah, every speedrunner's worst nightmare is an auto-scroller. I actually like the stage for might be psychotic. I hate it, Sagan. You are psychotic. You are psychotic, sir. I find nothing redeeming about this stage. I hate the boss. I don't like the level. I love this game, but this is the worst level to me. Capcom does bad number 2s. Apparently they do, don't they? They do! Oh, Resident Evil? That doesn't count. That's not retro. No, I'm just kidding. I think this and 3 are brutal. They're tough. They're tough. 3 in this one's a hard playthrough as well on a first time. Mega Man 2 is awesome. That's a comfort game too. Mega Man 2. That was the Mega Man game that made me fall in love with the series. I'm sure it was for most people. Because Mega Man 1's really damn hard. Not gonna lie, that's a little too much for some people. It was too much for me as a kid. I never got through Yellow Devil. I couldn't beat him. That was one of those come back on stream and get them. But I never got through Yellow Devil as a kid in Mega Man 1. That was the end of the line. I probably wouldn't have beaten it anyway, because there's some other hard levels in that as well. Street Fighter 2, one of the greatest games of all time. Love me some Street Fighter 2. So much better than Street Fighter 3. I know, no one agrees. I get it. Everyone's on board with Third Strike. No, not me. Not me. Mega Man 2 is the first Mega Man game I beat. Me too. Me too, man. Arcade G&G is brutal. Jax, have you done a playthrough of that one? That final, the end of the loops in G&G Arcade against the dual Satan fight? That is not right. That is psychotic. How hard that is. That's harder than the final boss, not final boss in this one, but the Neberoth Astroth in this one. I think those... Ah! No, you will not defeat me that easily, sir. No, sir. I'm in charge here, not you. You thought you had me there. I thought you had me there. We're still going. God! How much health? I hate this level. I hate this boss. God damn it. Thought you were playing Ocarina, too much walking. No, beat the Shadow Temple and done with that. And I needed a mental break from Ocarina because we played it for like 5 streams in a row and I needed some kind of comfort game. And that's this. Despite my yelling at this, I love this game a lot. I love it. I don't love this level nor this boss. This is the worst part of this game. It's fine. And like any Street Fighter 2 games after Street Fighter 2, the new challengers, The only one that they came out after that was Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo that added the super moves and like tried to rebalance the game. It's still not very well balanced. Some of the characters are awful. Some of them are a little too good, but I'm fine with that. Dhalsim is the best character. He's really good in Super Turbo. Regular new challengers, I'm not sure, but in Super Turbo, he's really good. Watching the Masters on the green. Are you playing, Tilty, are you playing that in Turf Masters on Neo Geo? Because every time you get on the green in that game, that's what it says. On the green! I've never actually played that. I've seen other people play it before, but I laugh every time. Big Dave, I know. Finally a different game, I know. I had to take a break from Ocarina, at least for the rest of this stream. We'll be back to it on Friday and hopefully get through it then. In the meantime, this isn't the worst thing in the world, so I'm picking up money bags, so my continuous supply won't dwindle too much, at least I don't think. You know you love it more than Ocarina of Time. No! Oh my god, how did I not die there? That stupid fish. That was really lucky right there. Street Fighter is so cheap, I rage quit each time. The computer can read your inputs. That's the problem with fighting the computer. I much prefer Street Fighter against a real player. Fighting computers and fighting games is just, oh, we're going to read your input. Oh, you did a fireball? Well, that's okay. We'll do the instant input to jump over it and hit you before you can move. Mortal Kombat 2 is the most notorious for that, though. If anyone play Mortal Kombat 2 against computer, it's like one of the worst experiences you'll ever have. You have to trick the computer to try to win. It's not fun. Why is the fish carrying a bag of gold? They can drop weapons occasionally, and it's an opportunity for you to try and get another weapon, but most of the time it just drops points, which are not bad in this game because you do get lives for them. Input reading is the worst thing ever. You played Neo Geo, Neo Turf on Fightcade recently? You know what I'm talking about, Ken. On your green! It's a fun golf game, it really is. It's more like a fun, fast-paced arcade golf game. Alright, progress is, we're almost back to the boss again. What a pain in the ass this level is. It's obnoxious. Not a fan. Kintaro, he cheats too. He reads your input. You throw a projectile at him, he'll jump on you. You try and like block him up close, he'll grab you. It's so bad. It's not balanced to fight against a computer. It's a good balanced game to fight real players with. For a gold announcer on the green would be my catchphrase. I know. I keep waiting for like a real golf announcer to say that, but they won't. They're too darn serious. He'll get a kick out of Goro's flex taunt. He has a smug look on his face. See, Goro was so easy in Mortal Kombat 1 and intimidating looking, but he's so easy. They fixed that in Mortal Kombat 2 with freaking Kintaro. They made sure they weren't going to make another big boss guy easy. Kintaro is insane. Like God! If you get bad RNG with that, you just take a death. You don't get a second chance. That's the only dodge I had available right there. And I dodged like 3 of the shots and the 4th one hit me because it was in exactly the right spot. You see why this fight sucks? You can't control it. And this level's long and obnoxious. It's a nightmare scenario. Or I could beat this guy on the first try like I did on Loop 1. Of course, this is Loop 2. He's a little bit harder. He's got more health. A little bit faster projectiles. Loop 2 is a little bit harder. Not by a ton, but some. Yeah, he does double your damage too, Kintaro does. Yeah, you barely even scratch him and he hits extremely hard. This level should have had a mid-checkpoint. It really needed one. It considers the start of the water the midpoint checkpoint. Is that not dumb or what, Jax? That was an oversight in the game design. Put the ship from American Tail in the background? That actually would be funny, that's right. Fievel Mouskowitz is lost in the seas with Arthur. Yeah, well, I can make do with that. I saw that movie at school back in the day. It's a good movie. It's old school. It's like 1987 or something when American Tail came out. But yeah, the Fievel on the boat back there in the background, that would be very fitting for this shitty-ass level. I hate it so much. We'll get through it, though. At least I'm not losing a ton of continues because I'm picking up the money bags, which if you keep getting these, you can eventually build your continue supply back up, which is huge. Get extra points if you save Fievel. Well, I'm screwed. I can barely save myself, so Fievel is just going to go down to Davy Jones' locker or whatever. He's going down. Spirit Temple looks way different. Filthy Cur, we're not doing it yet. We're saving that for Friday. I needed a mental break from Ocarina. Had enough of that for 1 week. I wanted a comfort game. This is a comfort game to me. We're doing another challenge run. For you guys that don't know, this is the stuff I've been working on over quite a while. And we're slowly working through every challenge I've set for this game. So this is what I felt like doing. I felt like this would be a good end for the week. I had to play something fun, and I hadn't played anything fun in a while. And we're about to do Bubsy 3D, so that might not be so fun. So I gotta sneak a good game in before that. More of that. I gotta get out of this 3D stuff for a bit. Just kidding. You do what you gotta do. I know, man. I know. But yeah, maybe we'll be able to finish Ocarina next Friday. We'll go to the Spirit Temple, where I'm assuming that's in Gerudo Valley. And I've never explored Gerudo Valley, so that might be fun to dig into, because the Shadow Temple in Ocarina today was very nice. I had a fun time. I liked the bosses. I liked everything about it. Why were all the Ocarina dungeons not as good as that one? The world may never know. And Mr. Owl doesn't know that answer either. He didn't even know how many licks are in a freaking Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop. Needs a break from the field with nothing in it. See, there's plenty of things going on here, Chris. Exactly. There's no empty field. There's no empty dungeons. There's plenty of things going on in Ghosts and Goblins. Love Majora's Mask. That game gets shit online. It does. I've never played it, but from what people have described about Majora's Mask to me, I might like it more than Ocarina because there's more going on. 1, 2, 3, crunch. 3. Thank you, Jax. That is what I was looking for. 1, 2, 3. I was like, as a kid, that kind of offended me for some reason. I was like, stupid owl bit it. He said how many licks, not how many bites. Freaking cheating owl. Mr. Owl's an asshole. He rigged it. As a kid, I was not happy about that. I hate this boss. Die. Oh, not dead yet. It's professional difficulty. Got 1 billion hit points. God, finally! Son of a bitch, it's finally dead. Alright. We don't have to see that guy again until we play the Tri-Blade playthrough. Great. Mr. Owl was a bully. I know. What an asshole. Mr. Owl let that kid know. And that kid looked mad about it too, Retro Junkie. That's the best part. He frowns. Arthur's Strawberry Underpants are iconic. I gotta get me a set. Vanilla. I need a set of strawberry underwear because I play this game so much. For you guys who don't know, Arthur actually is wearing strawberry underwear in this game. He's doing it. I gotta get me my own pair that I can wear when I play this game. That would be very fitting. I'd do it. Not that you guys will ever know, but I could definitely do it. Alright, we're doing good. This level's tough, but reasonable compared to that. Make a liar out of me, you little piece of crap. Genesis 1 does not have a double jump. No, sir. Does not have it. Thank you for the GGs, guys. I appreciate it. Feels good being done with that awful level. Now I'm getting trolled again, but no double jump in the Genesis one. Genesis one, you can throw the weapons up and down, like straight up and down horizontally, and this one you can't do that, but you have to double jump. So they made them a little different, which I do like. I appreciate some differences between the different releases of the game. The Genesis one is based on the arcade Ghouls and Ghosts. This one was a completely new game they made just for Super Nintendo, which is kind of cool. Like Batman and Robin, oh God! That's what happens when I miss a little red guy. With all the action I fear, strawberry underwear may have a streak of its own. Oh, I'm sure. Name that character, because we are living in a materia world, and I'm a materia ninja girl. Yuffie. Yuffie's an asshole character, too. Yuffie steals all your shit, and then you're like, oh, where's all the materia? When I first did a playthrough of that, I was like, did she just rob me blind? After I had to deal with that little cutscene where she like keeps disappearing over and over. If you go, dude, what the shit? God! Sometimes this game can be the biggest asshole, I swear to God. It's doing it right now. That's also part of the reason I like this game, because it does that kind of stuff. No two playthroughs of this game are ever going to be the same. There's so much RNG. That also makes challenge runs on it extra difficult, and I'm putting up with it. I could show you the set of strawberry underwear on stream, just not while I'm wearing them. I could just show them to you. I could buy a pair. I'm dead. I'm not gonna get out of this alive. Oh, yes, I am. Yes, I am. Not no, don't. No. I love this game, man. I love this game so much. Oh my God, that was insane. And thank you very much, Mr. with Road. Thank you very much for the 100 bits. Always fun to watch. Thank you very much, sir. Sorry I didn't catch that right away. The little red guys are driving me insane. Thank you for the 100 bits, dude. I really, really, really appreciate it, man. I love this game. Look at the crazy things this game does. Dr. Roshitnik, welcome in. Great name, by the way. Are you making fun of the good doc? I know, I've already seen you. But I like your name. Sonic would approve of your name, sir. That's probably what he calls the good doctor when no one's around. Yuffie or Pugsley? Yuffie, without a doubt. At least she's freaking useful. At least she's a ninja. She can do some things. Pugsley's just some dumb kid that stuffs sandwich down his throat and farts all the time. That's a bit of a downgrade. What about my name? Your name's huge. That's your name. Yuffie in Rebirth is so useful. I haven't played it yet. Don't spoil anything. Dr. Roshitnik, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, man. I've seen you in Andy's channel a lot. I know you. I've seen you in Andy's social network. I know him well. Sonic loves chili dogs. I've never understood that. That's just like so random. That'd be like Arthur here in Ghosts and Goblins. You know what he likes? He likes lifesavers. Why? Because no reason. The same reason that Sonic likes chili dogs, because no good reason. But Arthur here, I guess he likes lifesavers candy. Feel the rainbow. No, that's Skittles. What am I talking about? That's Skittles. Feel the rainbow. Isn't that what they say in the Skittles commercials? I haven't seen one in a while. But yeah, no spoilers. We got to play Final Fantasy VII. I'm not going to do it on stream. That's going to be a long-term off-stream project. All we do off-stream is JRPGs, girlfriend and I. We don't do games like this. This is only for streaming. I love these kind of games, but I think these games are best with other people. RPGs, just she and I like working through them. Lifesavers are the shit. I haven't had them in like 30 years. They even still make them. I don't even know. For some reason, they just popped into my mind. Onion rings? I like onion rings. Onion rings are good. They're kind of heavy in calories, but they taste good. Taste the rainbow. Oh, isn't that what I said? Or did I say, like, feel the rainbow? I don't know. I don't remember. Taste the rainbow. You're right, Skittles. Did I get that? Nah, it's not worth fighting another Zubat for. That better not be a weapon. Okay. You have to be careful with the weapon drops in this game. Were they glow in the dark? Were lifesavers glow in the dark? Arthur loves chicken and dumplings. All right, I'll go with that. We had chicken and dumplings like a couple of weeks ago. It was really good. God damn it, you almost got me. All right, fine. Everything's great. Yeah, see, we didn't get the crossbow. That's actually a good weapon. Voice actor for Yuffie had no acting experience or voice work, just tried out for the role and she nailed it. Isn't that the same thing happened with Aerith? Didn't they get a new girl or something to do Aerith's voice in the Final Fantasy VII Remake, or am I wrong? I might be wrong, but I thought I read that somewhere. Probably wrong, but that's okay. I like being wrong. I'm wrong all the time. You guys tell me Deadly Towers is a bad game, and I keep thinking it's good. The wintergreen lifesaver is supposed to spark when you chew them. They were supposed to spark when you chew them. That sounds kind of dangerous. I'm not sure if I would try that. Oh, she never did voice acting work. Okay, so that's where I heard that. Arthur looks like beef and mustard sandwich kind of dude to me when he's eating that picnic with friend. I'm gonna go with a beef and mustard sandwich. That's perfect, Vanilla. Screw the lifesavers. And we're changing it to beef and mustard. I like that. Yeah, he's having a hot dog with beef and mustard. That sounds about right. I love that. Beef and mustard. It's so perfect. Why did I even say lifesavers? I haven't even thought of that in like freaking 30 years. Dude whose voice actor is a legend of a dude. My favorite part of see, we played this game a little bit a while back, the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Didn't make it all that far. We got to the chapter where you get Aerith in the Sector 5 slums. And my favorite part of Barrett, when he would just, during like idle moments, he would hum the victory theme from Final Fantasy. He'd go, da 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 da, and it like it has no bearing on anything, but he just likes doing it. And he's such a serious character, it doesn't fit him at all. It's just like completely random. And I got a kick out of it every time he did it. And when he got mad at the Shinra manager on the train, I like that scene too. So there's a lot of good scenes to look forward to in that game. Some random fighting game question. You enjoy the SNK fighting games? Yes. Samurai Showdown, World Heroes, Marvel, not Marvel vs. Capcom. I almost said the wrong game, but yeah, I like the SNK fighting games. King of Fighters, Fatal Fury, Art of Fighting. I do like those games. Yes, they are good fighting games. Most people don't want to play them as much as they want to play Street Fighter, but yeah, SNK makes wonderful fighting games, sure. 100%. World Heroes is super underrated. World Heroes 2 Jet is my favorite version of World Heroes. It's just good. It's fun. It's got wacky, silly characters, but I mean, the fighting is fun, and it feels good to play it. But I do like the World Heroes series. Most people have never even heard of it, but it's a good series. I'm biased towards Sid because I'm friends with that voice actor. Oh, really? I think Sid is a bit of an asshole character. Like, he's the worst first impression for a new character in an RPG I ever saw. God, the RNG, dude! Love the OG Samurai Showdown. Really, Sean Core, I got you covered. I got you covered with that. The OG Samurai Showdown is also my favorite. But I do have you covered. K-Fight really likes seeing this because he doesn't own it and he wants to own it, but he will not own my copy of it. So yeah, I like SNK. Here's Neo Geo Samurai Showdown. Love the game. Great characters. Great combat system. I love everything about that game. It's one of my favorite fighting games. No one ever wants to play it though, unfortunately. That's my game. That's my game, sir. It always will be. I bought it for $20. I'll let you borrow it. Time to return it to me. Have Samurai Showdown on Saturn. Yeah, it got a lot of ports to it. It had good ports. He did a good job. Sid is different, but I won't go into details. Okay. See, his first impression in the original Final Fantasy VII is him yelling at the woman Shara because he hates her, and he's an asshole. And I'm like, dude, this guy sucks. I hate him. And then he says to sit down and drink your goddamn tea. And after all that, that's what he says. I'm like, are you kidding me? I hate this guy. I never want to see him again. You have to use him in the story a lot, though. I wasn't a fan. Worst first impression of a video game character I ever got. Sid Highwind, Final Fantasy VII, without a doubt. Somebody's going to agree with me, right? Or everybody's like, man, this guy's an asshole. I love him. Is that how you guys were? Probably so. Probably so. This guy's such a jerk. He's my favorite character. Local arcade back in the day had one of those 4 SNK cabinets that had Bust a Move, World Heroes, Fatal Fury Special, and some ninja beat 'em up. Oh, yeah, that was you hit a button and it switched between all the games. SNK would would have their arcade games set up that way. And yeah, there were like 4 Neo Geo games would be built into an arcade cabinet. You just hit a button and switch between them. Super cool system. That's where I first played some very early Neo Geo games. I know, Jax, right? That's what I learned about that word, too. I didn't know what it meant, but that's what it says at the end of every round. It's so cool. I have some experience on King of Fighters. Grew from Art of Fighting a team to Mai, so I don't have any cool knowledge on Mai, though. You don't need any cool knowledge of Mai. She's just awesome. Nice Mix, my go-to is Galford. Amazing. Amazing, Sean Core. That's my favorite character as well. I like Galford. Galford and Hanzo are like the Ryu and Ken of Samurai Showdown, but I usually play as Galford because I like the dog. Even though the dog's not all that useful to use, it's just fun having the dog there. My sister would usually play as Earthquake, and when we play each other in Samurai Showdown, she liked playing as Earthquake, and it was hard to win because he does so much freaking damage. He's a big whopping target, but man, he hits hard. Same with Wanfu, another good character in Samurai Showdown. I like the game. I could talk about it all day long. So good. Earthquake used to wreck me. He's so big, too. There's no, like, he's just gigantic. There's no fighting game that has a character that big compared to, like, all the regular-sized characters. It's freaking awesome. The fatalities are dark. In the first one, all you see is like you can cut someone in half, but there's no blood, and then like you rupture someone's artery or something. There's like a blood spray out of them or something. It's not too graphic, but the later ones might be a little more graphic. That was a nice move right there. I didn't know! You're not hitting me. You're not hitting me. No, no. Oh, Juggernaut! I forgot about Juggernaut. Yes. Yes, Fox. Okay, yeah, Juggernaut's a good example in X-Men Children of the Atom. I know he's in the Marvel vs. Capcom, but I know him from X-Men Children of the Atom because my friend and I used to play that game all the time in the local arcade. That's so good. But yeah, Juggernaut in that game is freaking massive. I had forgotten how big he was. Are we inside a worm? I don't know what we're inside of on this level. I really don't know. It's like the inside of something. I don't think about it. I just play. I just kill stuff and just keep going. Hoping for the best. Charlotte's an awesome character. I love Charlotte. Charlotte and Nakaruru, the two ladies in Samurai Showdown, they're great characters. There's a Samurai Showdown RPG. I watched Dr. Orochi play that a while back. I want to play it myself someday. Because I like the series, characters, all that stuff. Juggy is huge compared to everyone. Children of the Atom is huge. Wish you could play as him, though, Fox. That was my only gripe about it. You can't play as him or Magneto. That was always my only gripe about the game. Otherwise, it's a really great fighting game. Tam Tam, you like Tam Tam? Tam Tam has, like, Scimitar. He's, like, from South America. It's like an Incan warrior or something. Great character. Great character. I could talk about that all day long. I bought Samurai Showdown for freaking $20. I got my Neo Geo for $200. I was in the right place at the right time. That sucked. That was awful. All right. Hated fighting Charlotte. Yeah, some of the characters fight like really cheap. But so I think Samurai Showdown has better AI than a lot of other fighting games. I really do. I think the AI in that game is more fair than Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat by far. By far and away. All right, we're done with this. Yeah, the fencer was definitely Charlotte. That was her. They did a nice job with the characters in that game. Want to rip off? You played this a lot. I have played this a pretty good bit, Grick. I didn't really play this. I think I rented this game as a kid one time, and I didn't get very far. I definitely didn't beat loops 1 or 2, but this was a game I really wanted to dig into once I started streaming, and I kind of loved it from the first stream I had of this game, and it just grew from there. It's just one of those games that clicked with me instantly, even though I wasn't very good at it for a long time. I'm still not even great at it. I just like it. I can do some challenge runs with it and stuff now, but I don't know if we'll ever get a deathless run of this game done. That would be insane. I have to be knife. We would have to go with the knife and keep the gold armor if you want to have any hope of doing that. Fighting games for me is that the AI is brutal, hard, or baby mode AI. That's why I prefer fighting real players in fighting games. It's just a better experience. Fighting the AI is, most of the time, just pretty miserable. Yeah, like you said, it's either too easy or too hard. They rarely get it right. It just is what it is. Defeating Jack in Art of Fighting, I could never get past that guy when I tried it in the arcade. He's the second guy you fight, Jax. And the first guy is like some guy with like sticks or something. I remember. I haven't played Art of Fighting in a long time, but yeah. The second guy is a big guy, Jack. You fight him in a bar. I couldn't beat him. I never was able to beat him. You should go back and try and do that sometime. You had a mod of Art of Fighting you were playing like 2 years ago. I remember that. Where you could like play as any of the other characters, not just Ryo or Robert. Mr. Big. No, it wasn't Mr. Big. It was some other guy you fight first. It was the first opponent. Some other guy. I think it was. I don't remember. It's been so long since I've played that game. All right, are we actually going to reach the checkpoint? I think we are. This looks pretty good. Toto, that's him. Yeah. Mr. Big is the other guy that you fight at the very end of the game. But Toto, that's the guy I was thinking about. You are right. No, are you going to be an asshole or are you going to just do something nice? You're going to do something nice. Okay. All right, we're just going to run over here. And we're going to get to the checkpoint, and you're not going to hit me yet. You can hit me now, but not yet. All right, now hopefully he'll land, and how about these wolves have got to go, man. They've got to go. I'm never going to beat this guy if we don't. He's going to go down. Ah! God, he's so mean. Raspy, what's going on? He's going to be a nice asshole. He was. He let me get to the checkpoint, and then he killed me. He was a nice asshole. I love it. I love it. It's exactly what we wanted right there. That's the best description you could ever have for that guy. What fighting arcade? Already asked about fighting game arcade playthroughs. I've done a couple of Street Fighter game playthroughs, like one credit clear with Chun-Li and Ryu and Ken, I think, but I don't really like fighting the computer and fighting games. I really don't. Raspy, how you doing today, man? I hope all is well with you, sir. We're taking a little break from Ocarina. We'll be back to that on Friday. I needed a comfort game. I needed some Ghosts and Goblins in my blood, and I'm getting it. Vanilla knows what I'm talking about. Vanilla, you of all people know how much I love the Ghosts and Goblins series, because you were there for all the like Loop 12 madness and how much fun. I miss those streams. I really do. That was well over 2 years ago. Whoa! Where does the time go? Where the hell does the time go? I don't know. I think you found me from Ren's stream, Vanilla, because we were talking Ghosts and Goblins, and he was doing Resurrection, and I don't know how that hit me. It looked like a bullshit hitbox. I was asking earlier if you were raging more or less now that you're playing this. Probably more, but I love this game, so raging at it is wonderful. It's happy raging when I'm playing this game. This game does a lot of mean bullshit, I'm not gonna lie, but I love this game. This game can be cruel and unusual. If you've never played this before, give it a shot sometime. Let me know how you do, because I want to hear it. Chicken and dumplings? I love chicken and dumplings. They're good. Those NES G&G streams, they were something. Avid Acrid, what's going on? Thank you for the good luck. I appreciate it, man. We are working our way through it. We're in pretty good shape. We should be able to complete this run and add another weapon to the list, and then it'll only be 2 more runs of this. And then we have to start doing deathless runs if I want to play this game again. It's gonna be bad. But the last 2 weapon runs are gonna absolutely suck. But for you guys that don't know what we're talking about, though, I did NES Ghosts and Goblins. I made it to Loop 12. It was a very long process. It was something that was not done in one stream. It was many streams to make that much progress, but I miss it. It was ridiculous and pointless, but it was so much fun. Like, most people aren't even going to beat Loop 1 of that game, and I was like, let's just keep going. Made it all the way to Loop 12, and then I think it got technically impossible. The birds were too fast to do anything more with. I've never played any G&G games. Well, El Zilcho, I'm assigning you homework then. You're going to play some Ghosts and Goblins. I'm assigning some homework. You will play these games, and you will love them like I do. You will cherish them forever. Most people don't. That's totally okay. But these types of games clicked with me instantly. We're at the ice guy. Yes, we're at the ice guy. Let's go. Get him. I beat this guy on the first try last time. Hopefully we'll get him again. This weapon is decent against this boss. Not the best weapon, but definitely not the worst. The worst is a torch on this guy. Perfect. Could not ask for more. Could not ask for more. That was as good as it's going to get. Play the best G&G, GBA, G&G, Game Boy Advance. I've done that one. Ghosts and Goblins Advance on Game Boy. I've done that one. It's good. It's got different levels than this. It's really good. But, it had, like, different paths you could take, and it had a completely different set of levels, and I really enjoyed that. That was a fun playthrough. That was a long time ago, but I did like it. Thank you for the GGs. We're getting there. We're making some progress. We're almost back. It is almost time for the finale, which means we have to switch weapons to finish the game. You can't beat the game with this weapon. You have to get the bracelet. You guys that have played this game know what I'm talking about. Found your streams before Ren knew about you. I remember telling him there's this crazy dude who's up to Loop 6 and G&G. That's probably why he showed up in my stream the first time. It was the opposite of what I was thinking. You brought him into my stream. And then I started talking to him, and like he and I had a lot in common, and I was like, man, another Ghosts and Goblins fan. Are you kidding me? It's like finding a long-lost relative or something. Somebody that appreciated Ghosts and Goblins. And he had been up to like Loop 6 or 7 himself, so that was amazing. Like, nobody goes past 2 that has any kind of sane mind. On the Green, right? Yeah, I love On the Green. I want to play that golf game now. I'm looking forward to playing that now. I've only watched other people play it, but I want to play it myself. Turf Masters. I think first came here upon a raid from Pizza Pizza back in the late spring of 2023. It's been a long time now, Catman. It really has. You've become very much a regular here in a very short time. But I think you're right about that. That was a long... Yeah, because I've known Pizza Pizza for like at least 3 years now. I've known her for quite some time. Do you cosplay as Arthur? Yes, I would. I would. Just get me some armor and stuff, and it'll be great. Get me a steel plate helmet, steel plate armor, and a lance or something, sure. I can definitely cosplay as Arthur. Alright, this first fight with Astaroth is not bad because you have more room to work with. You fight him the second time, it's so much harder. You're on some weird platform and he's elevated. It's so much harder. Alright, the finale is upon us. The finale is upon us. Now I have to use the armor long enough to get the weapon we need. That's what's going to happen. Favorite golf game's newer indie RPG called Golf Story. I like a PGA Tour Golf on Sega Genesis. That's my favorite golf game. My dad and I and sister used to play that on Genesis back in the day. Sepulture Time, welcome in. Thank you for the 200 bits, man. I really appreciate it, dude. That is too kind. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We are in the final battle now. We got to get the bracelet to end this. Seeing your streams, I started enjoying the weekend afternoons more when you were on. I'm glad to hear that, Cat, man. It's been great having you here. Seems like you just got here yesterday, but you've been here for quite some time. It's amazing. Time goes too fast these days. I hate how fast time goes. When you're a kid, it seems like a week lasted like a month or like a year does now. It's so weird. Pangyo on PSP is my favorite golf game. I've never heard of any of these golf games. Like I said, this is a PGA Tour golf for me or nothing. It's such a basic golf game, but it's fun. My dad liked it. My sister liked it. We played it so much. It was one of our better, more played Genesis games. Oh, a PlayStation Portable. I never owned one, unfortunately. I wish I did, because there's a lot of good stuff on that. And Fang, thank you for the gift sub to Sepulture Time. I appreciate it very much. That is very kind, Fang. Thank you so very much. I love that you have Fang as an emote right there. That's even better. All right, here's what we're going to do. For you guys wondering how we're going to accomplish this, we do have to get the armor here. This is all part of the process. So what are we going to do next? Oh, I screwed that up. Son of a bitch. Now I'm in trouble. All right, no, I'm not. We can kill him with this. Ah! That's right, I forgot! We get to use magic for a millisecond. And then we have to lose everything again. We get the shield. Your sister still play video games? She does, Stilty. She absolutely does. She still enjoys video games. We both grew up doing sports and video games. And we both still like sports and video games all these years later. Sepulture Time, thank you so much for the gift subs to One Bad and Mercenary Cobra. If you just got a gift sub from Sepulture Time, please give them your thanks. That was extremely kind. Thank you for the gift sub, sir. That means a lot to me. That anyone ever is even in my channel, much less supports it. God damn it! Now we have to start over. You can't lose the armor there. Alright, well, I'm dead. We have to do it all again, because I suck. Stupid birds. The birds are worse than the red armor. I remember you're playing Double Dragon on Sega Master System or Power Rangers on SNES. I remember those streams. It has been a while. Oh, I'm supposed to keep the armor. That's right. Oh, we gotta do the armor thing. I remember those streams. It's been a while now. Power Rangers on SNES and Double Dragon on Master System. Yep, I remember. I got a 1 credit clear on both the games, actually. I remember both those because I was close to a deathless run in the Double Dragon game after I figured out how to play it right. And then my controller malfunctioned and it made me die. So I lost any hope of a deathless run there. That was garbage. But thank you very much for those gift subs, man. I really appreciate it. This name is banned. If you keep going to the princess without the bracelet, how often can you repeat that? I think it just repeats endlessly. I think it tells you, oh, you got here without the bracelet. You got to go back and get it. And then you can't do anything. So yeah, I think it just does that endlessly, which is expected. Double Dragon on 2600. I tried to play that a long time ago. I couldn't beat the first 2 guys. So I lost to, like, Williams ×2. I couldn't figure out how to kill him. You have no... It's a Dan Kitchen game. That's why it's shit. I bet it's Dan Kitchen that did that game. Wouldn't surprise me a bit. Somebody look that up. Double Dragon on 2600. Dan Kitchen. Go look it up. If it's him, I'm not going to be surprised. Alright, we actually can kill this guy. Yes, okay. Okay, enough work for me today. More tomorrow at home and official work. It sucks working at home, doesn't it? Especially when you think you're off. The worst thing ever. But you Dan Kitchen made Dark Souls. You're insulting Dark Souls when you say that. You realize that? You're insulting the game you love. I can't believe you would do such a thing. I thought you loved that. Dude, that spell's freaking awesome. You just threw Dark Souls under the bus extremely hard. That's what you just did. Are you proud of yourself? Sucks working at home when you have kids. Yeah, I bet that's a lot of work. Because the kids are bugging you when you're doing your like official things for work, and that your workplace doesn't care. They're like, we don't care, do your work. But and then you're like, but my kids need help. We don't care, do your work. Your kids can starve. You're supposed to be working. You're a corporate slave. Shut your mouth. Work. Yep, that's the way things go. I know. I don't have kids, though, so I don't know about it too deeply, but we got to take a death now. So this is what we're going to do. We got the bracelet. We're in the home stretch here. Now we have to go kill the bosses with the bracelet and without any armor. I can turn the armor back off now. So the lance part of the challenge is done, but now we have to finish the run. Amazing how much I accumulated in my apartment since 2007. Dude, it's so hard to throw things away. That's one thing I'm not good at, is throwing things away. There's so much stuff I have here in my house, too. It's insane. And, like, people tell me, they come over and they're like, why don't you throw some stuff away? And I'm like, that's unnatural. I don't throw anything away. My parents threw all my old video game boxes away. Like Mario World and Pilot Wings and Gradius 3. They threw all my old boxes away, and now those boxes are worth a decent amount of money. And I remember my mom was specifically telling me back then, because I didn't want to throw them away, because I like looking at them. It's just fun. And then my mom was like, these old boxes, you don't need these anymore. You got to clear this stuff out of your room. And I was like, okay, fine. And now look, they're worth money, of course. Of course they're worth money. Not that I would sell them anyway. I don't really sell anything. I just like having collectibles. All right, here we go. Here we go. Don't run at me from too close. He's so close. I don't. Oh my God, this is not going to work. Aha! Asshole! You thought you had me there. You had nothing. You ain't got shit. So about time you stream Pitfall 1 for the Atari 2600, collected all 32 treasures. It'll be a true test of cartography, parkour, and navigation skills. I got them, Reg. I got them as a kid back in the day. Already done. That was one of my Atari 2600 games. That was hard to do. But see, I didn't have anything else to do back then, so I could play it all day long. Because what else are you going to do when you're a 7-year-old kid? Nothing. Nothing. You really need a picture for collection, all those storage tubs. Okay, I could open a tub and take a picture of what's in there. I could do it. You won't see much except a big pile of action figures or maybe the Neo Geo or something like that. Or I could take a picture of some boxes in the corner of a room. Nothing too exciting. All right, we've got a hard fight coming up right here. This is going to be hard. Not going to be easy. I beat this on the first try last time with this. No armor and the bracelet, but that's not going to happen again, so we might die a bunch here. A lot of my valuable games were stolen, stuff like Xenogears, Lufia 2, Phantasy Star 4. That's terrible, Fox. That sucks. That absolutely sucks. Did someone borrow them, or did someone just rob you blind? Speaking of Rob's here. Hey, Mixer and Chat, did you beat Ocarina? No, it beat the Shadow Temple. Shadow Temple was actually freaking good. I had a good time in Ocarina today. This was the best day of Ocarina I've had yet. That dungeon was fun. I actually enjoyed the living hell out of it. I know it says a lot coming from me, but I'm not going to lie. I had fun with Ocarina today. I did. I admit it, 100%. I'm actually just curious how many boxes there are. I'm looking over there right now, and I see about 7 or 8 boxes over there, and that's not everything. There's stuff in like a storage unit, and there's stuff still at my parents' house. I mean, there's still a lot of stuff that I don't even have here that it belongs to me. This game is brutal. Fallen, what's up, man? Fallen Espada, welcome in. Ornate Sphere, welcome in. Dan Kitchen was involved with Double Dragon on Atari 2600. I knew it! I knew it! It sucked so bad! I knew it was involved somehow. Because he's terrible. He can't do anything worth a shit with video games. I knew it. God damn it. Now I dislike him even more. Had to get past that crappy water temple. Yeah, things are looking up, C. Geiger. Things are looking up a little bit. Friend borrowed them and ended up moving to Texas without telling me he was moving. I found out he moved from a mutual friend. And he just forgot to give your games back, right, Fox? He was like, I got these games since I'm moving. I'm sure my friend here won't even remember them. You still remember them all this time. You should look him up on Facebook, Fox, if you remember him, if he's on there. Message him and go, you remember those games you stole from me? You remember those games? Well, I want them back! That's what you should do. How many games do you think you have? 400 to 500? 3 300 to 400, something like that, maybe in that neighborhood. I'm not even sure. There's so many I've never even played. I just bought so many used from Blockbuster. That was a big part of it, buying them from Blockbuster. All right, let's see if we can actually win this fight on the first try. It's not impossible. It's doable, but it's hard. It's very doable. Not today. Not today. I was greedy. I'm a greedy person when it comes to that fight. You want to fight them greedy. You fight them defensively, you're going to drag the fight out too long. But if you fight greedy, you can end the fight quickly because you take a lot. They take way more damage if you're up close. I'm talking like 7 to 8 times more damage. It's worth getting close. If you don't get close, you'll be fighting them forever. That's what most people's problem with this game on a first playthrough is, but they don't know that. So it's not their fault. It's just the mechanics don't tell you that this weapon is like a shotgun blast. Does massive damage up close, but at maximum range it barely even scratches stuff. It's a weird weapon, but nowhere does this game mention any of that stuff. You have to learn that on your own. Spade, welcome in. I am so aggressive. Spade, you need to be working on these challenges. You like this game. You have no excuse, sir. You will be doing these challenges as well. I'm picking them for you. You will get back on stream and you will do Super Ghouls and Ghosts challenges. You said you love this game. You will prove it. Morgan, welcome in. How's it going today? Good to have you here. Good to have Spade here. I'm just messing with Spade, by the way. I'm just messing with him. He's my friend. I can mess with him. You'll do these challenges. That's what I thought. Assignment given. Bedroom Bully, welcome in. This is a big balls game. It is, and I love it. I love this game. It's probably my favorite Super Nintendo game. We're doing a challenge where we do every weapon, no armor, professional difficulty. And you are the biggest asshole. It's the worst possible attack combination he could give me right there. And I got it, all right? This isn't very good either, because now he's going to land and the stupid treasure boxes are in the way. No! What did I say? What did I say? God damn it. I swear to God, sometimes this game's sentient. Yeah, here's for anybody that doesn't know, here's the challenges we're working on with this game right now. We got to do every weapon like this with no armor. I'm done with the lance now. We're up to the final level, so I got rid of the lance to get the bracelet. So we got to finish things up by doing the crappy bracelet again. And this is hard. Tried Keras of Death after watching you. You made it look easy. I quit, couldn't beat the first level. Blue Plums, welcome in, sir. That was a hard ROM hack, was it not? I'm glad you tried it. It doesn't matter if you beat it or not. I'm glad you tried it. You know, the first level is horrible. Every level in that was horrible. Oh my God, that was a fun ROM hack, though. I did enjoy it, but it made me very angry a couple of times. Crossbow and knife should be easy, the rest not so much. Yeah, I did knife last time, and I've got crossbow done too, but yeah. The axe and the scythe are not very fun, and I haven't done the tri-blade or the torch yet. Those are the last two, which I'm assuming are going to be the two hardest. That'll be fun. That'll be a freaking... Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Don't get too close now. That's way too close. I'm not going to be able to react to that. No! Oh, don't do that. That's his most powerful move. Don't do that. Not what I wanted. This is not going well. I got you now. Ah! I win. I win that time. Victory goes to me, but we have to do this again. This is tough. All right, bird's gonna drop down. We're gonna smash it in the face. See how much damage this does at point-blank range? It's so powerful, but only at point-blank range. Not which find even my worst enemy, a sword only run of Super Ghouls and Ghosts on Genesis. I've done it, Reg. I've done it. It's bad. The worst part is the final level. That's not fun. And the wasp boss with the sword only, it's horrible. But I want to do it again because we did it with, we need a no armor run of sword only. I did it with armor, so we got to do it again without armor. I'm gonna do that. Did I beat Ocarina? No, Dragon Super. I have not yet. We beat the... What? God damn it! What happened? Is that... I got greedy again. That's what happened because I'm a dumbass. All right, let's go again. This is a problem. All right, we got plenty of continues. We might be here a while though. We might die a bunch. That's fine. Most of my collection was from military service. We got all kinds of stuff at clearance price from the on-post store. That's fortunate. You should get stuff on discount from military, man. You should. You should. Absolutely. That's awesome. You scared me of getting that close. You know me, Jax. You know me. No defense at all. All offense all the time. And it comes back and bites me quite a bit. Like right there. I like being aggressive with this fight, but it's not always a smart decision. But I make dumb decisions. I like doing that. I like being dumb. But sometimes it pays off, too, being dumb. Even though I rarely learn lessons. A Battletoads looking upon your disappointment by that turn of events. Shouldn't be. I'd beat Battletoads. No Battletoad should ever be disappointed in me. I've done that game. 1 credit clear. We should do a 1 credit clear but with no weapons. We should do a weaponless Battletoads run. Let's try that. That sounds good. No stick pickups Battletoads run. Let's try it. We need something new with Battletoads. There's nothing new we could do. That was that was a 2500. Oh, okay, 2005. That was a while back then. That was 19 years ago, man. How has time moved so quickly? I remember in 2005, Hurricane Katrina killed the power. It was like 100 degrees outside, and it was sweltering in the house. And I had it easy. A lot of people lost their entire homes and stuff from that. It was bad enough just losing power. Jax, thank you for the 45 bits. The man, the myth, barely uses ladders on this level. You know how I had to learn to do that? Because one of the weapon runs I did a long time ago was so crappy, and it made this fight take so long that I had to find, I tried to learn a speed run for this level to get here with a lot of time. That's how I know how to skip the ladders. And it works. It actually works. Let's be stupidly dumb and aggressive again on this guy. That should be great. Alright, I'm barely scratching him. You gotta get close. Thanks for the 45 bits, man. I really do appreciate it, dude. God! I don't have it today with this fight. I beat him on the first try with the bracelet, no armor, the last stream we played of this game. I can't even get close this time. Can't even get close. See, here's the thing with this fight, though. You fight 2 of those guys, the second one's a lot easier. The first one is where all the problem comes in because he moves a lot more. Once we get him down, it should be easier. At least I hope. Let's get dangerous. Oh, what? Darkwing Duck? Is he here? Oreo, welcome in. How you doing today? No, I did not beat Ocarina. I beat the Shadow Temple, and we stopped there because I needed a break from Ocarina. That's 6 streams in a row of Ocarina. I can only handle so much. But yeah, I wanted a comfort game today, so I figured we'd do a Super Ghouls and Ghosts challenge run. Get it, knock another weapon out of the run. What am I doing? Not much. Yeah, I just had to take a break. Only get harder by playing Battletoads Arcade. It's brutal compared to the NES game, but the Battletoads Arcade is a beat-em-up. It's not like a weird mini-game platformer like regular Battletoads is. It's a beat-em-up. I've never played it before, though. I guess we can try it out sometime. You should have a pinned message about Ocarina. Everyone wants to know about it. I know, right, Vanilla? Everybody's excited about that good old Ocarina of Boredom. We did make good progress today, and I had fun. For the first time, I had a full fun stream of Ocarina because the Shadow Temple was really good. Why couldn't they all just be fun like that? I felt like I was playing Link to the Past again. That was awesome. But for some reason, most of the dungeons in that game are just complete shit. Hyrule Field, shit. I mean, there's just a lot of shit. That it didn't have to be that way. It could have been so much better of a game than it is. And that's the worst part about it. It's got potential. I know people love it as it is anyway. I get it. But not me. There's just not enough going on. Opportunity Times, special case, what you're doing Final Fantasy VI one day week thing was great. You ever play any longer games in the future? That was great. Yeah, I loved Final Fantasy VI, but here's the thing with that. I do so many RPGs off stream, I don't want to burn out on them, so that's why I limited the amount of that. I probably won't hardly ever do RPGs on stream. That was a special case. I'd always wondered about that specific challenge in that game. No espers, no grinding, no offering, Genji Glove, all that stuff for Final Fantasy VI. And it was fun to do it on stream because people have been talking about it. So that worked out nicely, but for the most part, no, I don't want to do RPGs on stream. Alright, that's a good thing I jumped back right there because it definitely got me. If he walks forward right there, I'm going to die. Alright, you're going to stop moving. That's what you're going to do. You're going to stop moving. If I jumped right there, that would have been another death. Alright, this is the best fight on him so far. Yeah, I took a chance there. I took a nice little chance. It was fine. We have plenty of time to kill them. But I like to kill these guys quick, because the longer these guys are alive, there's a high chance of making a mistake. And by the way, if you've never played this game, normally you would get here with the armor. You would have the gold armor available for this fight. It doubles the range of this weapon, so it's way easier if you're using the armor. If you're just using no armor, you have to deal with this crappy little range on it. Got him. Okay. Second guy's not quite as bad, but I still gotta be very careful. It's a bit of a shitty start. Didn't land as much damage as I wanted to right there. That's called being greedy. That is being greedy. That is too much greed. I've got to play a little more defensively there. Tried to land a couple of extra hits. Didn't pay off. That's the way it goes. I play, for you guys that don't know, I'm sure most of you know, if anybody's new here, I play games with a lot of offensive firepower. I die a lot, I get hit a bunch, but I go all out offense most of the time. I don't do defense. I know it's a dumb way to play a lot of times, but it's ingrained in my head, and I've been playing this way ever since I was like 4 years old, so it's kind of hard to get out of that and tell myself, be patient, use defense, wait, all that shit that I can't do right, yeah. I just can't. It's just not in me to play defensively in a game. That's why I'm so bad at shmups. Those are the games that make me play the most defensively of all, and that's why I hate that genre. Wolfmaster! Well, we were talking about shmups earlier. Were you listening to the shmup conversation? How much I was hating on shmups? You would have had your heart broken. And Chesty, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Good to have you here. Thank you so much. Nothing I could have done there. I should have jumped. It was a mistake. All right. A little bit of struggle right now. You ever played Dark Souls? Nope, never played Dark Souls. Dark Souls is kind of like a meme on my channel. It's like the most popular and hardest game of all time, according to some people. And everybody, it always gets talked about constantly. It's the hardest game of all time. I get it, and I've never wanted to play it, because I do retro like 99.9% of the time. So I have zero interest in Dark Souls. Plus, everybody streams and talks about it. So it kind of gets on my nerves how much I hear about it. So that's one reason I just don't want anything to do with it. And plus, from what the gameplay I've seen of it, everybody I've ever seen play it makes it look like the most boring game ever. It's got all these builds and stuff, new sword, shield, magic, different weapons, all this cool stuff. Nobody does any of that cool stuff. You know what people do? They get a big two-hander and they run around in a circle and they hit the monster only when it swings and misses, and then they run around in a big circle again, hoping big monster will take another big swing and miss them. That's the only thing I ever see from Souls games, and it's very boring looking. I know there's different ways to play them, but that's the only thing I ever see people play. They won't give it a shot. They won't play sword and shield. They won't try and like parry the monster's attacks or get up in its face. They run around, run more. It's so boring looking. No, I've not finished Ocarina of Time yet, Nova. Welcome in. We did the Shadow Temple today, and I liked it. It was fun. I had the best day of Ocarina I've had yet. But Shadow Temple was done. It felt like a Link to the Past dungeon more so than anything else, and I just found it really good. The puzzles were fun. The combat was fun. The boss was great. Zero complaints. Literally zero. But I never got that far as a kid because I never got past Water Temple, which sucks. Water Temple's freaking garbage. Don't ask about Mixer's birthday. Don't ask about Dark Souls. That's what the things people ask about the most, isn't it? I'm not getting the knife, K-Fight. I don't get the knife. You can't tell me that. I don't get the knife. I only did the knife run because I had to. I don't do the knife in this game. When I do a challenge run, we do all the weapons. We're doing them all. Not just the knife. I know most people want to get the knife in this game. You know what that is? That's an imbalance. That means the knife is too good in this game. And I am willing to admit that the knife in this game is way too good. The crossbow is also too good. I think those weapons are way overpowered. If I would rebalance this game, I would make the other weapons faster and do more damage and balance it out a little bit better. But you know what? Dark Souls also has a big problem. The two-hander is too good. It's way too good because that's what everyone wants to use because it's the easiest way to play. So that's a knock on Dark Souls as well. I'm gonna get hit, aren't I? No, I'm not. All right, you're gonna do the laser. We're gonna bait the laser to go higher. See? Yes. All right, you're dead. All right, second guy. This guy's name is Neberoth, by the way. The other guy's Astaroth. I totally agree, Two-Handed Souls is baby mode. That's what everyone chooses, and that's why it gets on my nerves when everyone talks about how hard Dark Souls is, but I don't see any different than that. That's all I see. But you can say, you're right, you can say the same thing about the knife in this game. I agree with that. The knife should be either toned down or the other weapon should be made better. I'm with you. That's why I like playing this game with all the different weapons. I think it's exciting. You have to change your strategies, fight in different ways. It's more unique using all the weapons in this, even though most of them do suck, but you have to work around limitations. Alright, this fight is progressing better. This guy doesn't walk around as much. That's why I like fighting this guy more. I can be more aggressive with him, not pay a hefty price. Alright, thankfully I decided to be defensive there and not go on offense. It just saved my life. That was really hard for me to do. Because I really wanted to hit him right there, but I chose not to. Okay, that time I don't know. That time I just don't know. Maybe I should have waited again. See, that's the thing. I probably would have survived right then if I'd waited. I don't do waiting. I see an opportunity, I go for it. And I died. That's the way it goes, right? I should have waited there. There wasn't quite enough time to make a move there, but we were really close to getting that time. What's up with the box art? Americanized box art. The Japanese box art for this game is actually awesome and looks just like the character in the game and all the monsters and stuff. But somebody decided that wasn't going to fly, so they decided to Americanize the box art with some medieval-looking painting that actually looks quite fine, but it doesn't capture the spirit of this game even a little bit. Doc Fuzzy Boots, welcome in, Doc, and giving out a gift sub to Oreo on top of that. Doc, what's up, man? Welcome in. How you doing today? You're just in time for the grand finale here. We're about to finish Super Ghouls and Ghosts. At least I hope so. Astaroth and Neberoth are kicking my ass right now, but we'll get them. Doc, how you doing today, man? Thank you very much for the kindly gift sub. Should have at least showed Arthur's face. Sadly, they do in the Japanese one. But not in that crappy, this is stupid looking box art. Actually, it's not stupid looking, it just does not fit the game. It's like an anime style art for the Japanese one. It looks really good. It's identical to the characters. Go look it up. Japanese box art, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. How you doing today, Doc? Thank you so much for the gift sub. I really appreciate it. Oreo, enjoy that kind of gift sub. It's super nice. Guy on the box looks like he's stabbing himself through the head. Kinda does. Kinda does. You know what's funny? You don't even use that sword in the game. That box art is wrong. You don't even have a sword. There is no sword in this entire game. It's a medieval game. You're a knight and you don't get a sword. That's really weird that this game omitted a sword. I guess you could maybe call the tri-blade a sword, but I really wouldn't. It looks more like a Klingon dagger. It's in Star Trek. That's what the tri-blade looks like in this game, a Klingon dagger. It's actually kind of neat looking. It's not a good weapon, but that's what it reminds me of when you look at it. Sneak in a quick hit. I actually meant to ask you, besides Toad, someone asked me what the hardest first blind playthrough of NES is. I was thinking Punch-Out or Iron Sword. Although Second Quest Zelda 1 might be up there too. What? Good God, I am really playing like shit with this fight today. I should expect it. I beat this on the very first attempt the last time we did a run of this game. Very first try I killed him. This time, can't do it after like 10 attempts. It's normal. Now, what would be the hardest NES game first playthrough? Mike Tyson's Punch-Out's got to be way up there. Holy Diver's got to be up there. If you played Holy Diver, if you haven't and you're rating hard games, you got to put that up there for NES games. Battletoads is up there simply because of the lack of continues. If Battletoads had unlimited continues, it would be easier than a lot of games. Holy Diver is legions harder than Battletoads, but The thing with Battletoads is 3 continues and a long game. Pookums and I have talked about this before too. Holy Diver is technically a much harder game than Battletoads, but the continue thing in Battletoads makes it miserable to try and continue to work through it when you have no continues left and you're trying to learn a sequence like the Volkmeyer's Inferno that's all about memorization and not really like reactions or whatever. Blaster Master's up there. That's a tough game on a first playthrough. There's a couple of the bosses that will really work you over hard. I blame Ocarina of Time, it's been draining me. Usually a good idea to blame Ocarina of Time for 3D in general. We can go with that. But normally I'm more effective against these bosses than I am today, but that's fine. We do have the continues to get it done. This is not a 1 credit clear or any of that stuff. But Battletoads I would just simply put way up there because of the lack of continues. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! Fighting Tyson, learning how to fight Sandman, all the different characters, that's legit very hard. And you can try against Tyson all you want to because it continues, and you're not going to beat him quickly. Second Quest Zelda, I'd say no. It's hard, but not that bad, because I did it blind on stream, and it wasn't as bad as I was expecting it would be. I was expecting it to be tougher than it was. But then again, I played this first Quest of Zelda 1 so much that I know the mechanics so well that the combat really wasn't very threatening at all, and I was very careful to take notes on the dungeon, so that wasn't too bad. Holy Diver runs on this channel take me back to the early days hanging out here. That was fun doing the Holy Diver challenge runs and all those deathless attempts. I think it took 31 runs to get a deathless of Holy Diver, which might have been a little fortunate. Looking back on it, could have been like 100. It ended up being, I think, 31. 31st time was the charm for the deathless Holy Diver run. And it had a couple of moments where I didn't think it was going to make it, but somehow it did. Alright, I'm able to beat the first guy. Now I can't beat the second guy, who's even easier. Get it. Play better, maybe. Get good? Yeah, try some of that stuff. Get good. It helps. Chaos Warrior, how you doing today, man? Welcome in. Hope all is well with you. Ikari Warriors is one that doesn't get talked about because everyone does ABBA, but if you're not using ABBA, that might be the hardest NES game. You guys know who the Mexican runner is. He's a speed runner. Ah! The jump didn't work properly. My D-pad failed me. I guess I wasn't mashing left hard enough on my D-pad. Oh my god. Well, there's a stupid death right there. Boy, I'm dying in the dumbest ways possible. I was holding on my D-pad. It didn't work. Didn't get a good response that time. Man, this is just absolutely brutal right now. I'm getting everything bad. If there's something bad to happen with this run, we're going to get it, but we do have continues left. We do have plenty of continues. Yeah, TMR, he said, Skippy McButterpants, TMR said the hardest NES game he did. He did every NES game, finished all the games. He said the hardest game was Ikari Warriors. That's what he picked as the hardest NES game, because he did it without ABBA. He beat it without the code. I've seen JSR do it also, a speedrun of Ikari Warriors also without using the code. So it's beatable, but it's absolute hell also. Pure hell. Where is he? Why is he over there? What happened? What changed? Something changed here. Alright, I should be able to hit him with this from here. I think this will be okay in this spot. Might be, no, he's gonna fly again, okay. Well, you're gonna change the rules on me, buddy, okay. You're changing the rules, and I'm not a fan. Alright, let's wait for him over. Isn't gonna work either. Okay, he came at me a little quicker, we're good. Transfer with NES without the continue code, that's another bad one. Without the continue... Oh, the worst part about that Transformers on NES is the maze level. Just getting there, if you weren't going to use the code, would be psychotic. But it's got an almost undoable maze level at the end of the game. I had to look that up, how to do it, because there was no way we were going to get through that on stream. That's a good example. Ikari Warriors without ABBA. Yeah, I've seen it done. It's definitely doable. It's not easy, but very doable. You just have to know the game extremely well, and most people are not going to put up with that game very long because it's not a very good game anyway. Bad say Tailspin was a tad hard. Tailspin on NES, I didn't have a problem with it, Oreo, because I'd played harder shmups before that. I just don't have it today, man. It's not my day for fighting these guys. It's not my day. Just hand me another ass whooping. All right, go again. It's not my day. Something bad is happening on every single run now. I'm getting bad RNG and I'm not playing well. It's a combination of both right now. Tailspin on NES I didn't find hard, but like I said, I had played a bunch of hard shmups long before I ever touched that one. So that's kind of what it did. Tailspin on TurboGrafx 16 is a pushover. I should try that one, Jax. I've never played it before. Never seen anyone else play it either, so that'd be completely blind for me. Is it a shmup, or is it a platformer? Like you're running around with Blue, or like actually controlling them? Heavy Barrel, that's a good, I think that's an Akari Warriors type game, Heavy Barrel. I've never played it before, but I think I've seen it somewhere. C. Geiger, I guess we could try streaming it sometime. It might be fun. I don't know anything about it other than Akari Warriors type game. And Don Ron, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate it. It is good to have you here, sir. If you like just random retro playthroughs, bad games, and retro game challenges, you're in the right channel here. That's what we do. I'm not a modern games guy. I just don't really care much for modern games. Unless it's JRPGs, but I only do those off-stream. That's off-stream projects. Yeah, some people are like, Mixer, you hate all modern games. I do not. I play modern JRPGs off-stream all the time. I love them. Does anyone play Paperboy 2? Yeah, I played Paperboy 2. I don't know if it has an ending. I think it's one of those loop forever games, but I could be wrong. Watching you while I rage out trying to get star rank on FF7 Rebirth piano minigame. I'm looking forward to playing the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth series. I love Final Fantasy VII. Look what I have on my desk. Look what I have sitting here on my desk. I like this game so much, it's sitting right here on my desk. The original Final Fantasy VII is one of the most nostalgic games to me of all time, and I am just such a big fan of it. Love the story, love the characters, gameplay is great. Played at a time in my life when I really wanted and needed it. Just everything. Because I goddamn hate that game. I don't remember that much about it other than it's just Paperboy. That's one of those games like Pac-Man to me. You can only play it a little bit, and you're like, okay, I'm good. I got some playing. That's good enough. Some people can play Pac-Man for hours. I'm done after like 20 minutes of Pac-Man. You know, that almost sounds ridiculous coming from somebody like me that loves retro games, and I've never really been into Pac-Man. It's just kind of repetitive and boring. I don't know. But I see why people like it. It's challenging. It speeds up. It gets really hard, but I can't play it too much, and I get bored. Maybe it's because the first Pac-Man game I ever played was on Atari 2600, and that's like the worst port I've ever made, but I don't know, I don't really like arcade either. If that didn't even hit him. Okay. Alright, well, this is a decent run. This is okay. It's not great, but it's tolerable, I'll say that. I'm fighting scared. I don't do well when I fight scared. I do well when I fight aggressively. Let's attack aggressively, as Bill Reiser and Lance Bean might say. Let's attack aggressively. Those are my kind of guys. Attacking aggressively. Alright, but this guy not dead yet? You know why? Because I'm not doing enough damage. I'm not close enough. You gotta get closer if you want to do damage against this guy. Alright, there you go. Catman. Storm hitting here, said to have 60-mile-per-hour winds. Dude, be very careful. Please take care. Be very careful. High winds can be extremely dangerous. We had a giant tree that knocked over on my parents' house back in 2001. It was very scary. It was a gigantic pine tree. Nobody was hurt, but the house took so much damage we had to move out for a long time. And that was due to very high winds, so please take all precautions. Double Dragon 2, what about it? It's good. I like it a lot. It's too easy if you know how to do the knee move. If you're good at the knee move, you're going to destroy it. Oh, this D-pad is not functioning very well right now. It almost killed me again. Alright, we got a good fight going here. Let's keep it up. Rage-free run? No. I'm playing like crap, and these guys are fighting really dirty, so there's some bad things going on right now. Abandoned ship right there. Should have been a little bit more aggressive right there. Alright, come on. I was ducking. I think my D-pad's giving out, man. I think I'm losing my D-pad. It's not responding anymore. It's not giving good responses. I don't know what's wrong. I swear to God I was holding down on it that time. Okay, it's control. Once again, it's me having a controller issue. Big shock. Controllers and me, we don't get along. Never have. Actually, yeah, used to back when I was a teenager, and I had like original SNES controllers and Genesis and all that. That was good. But ever since then, I've always hated game controllers. I hate them with a burning passion. I hate every controller I own. Not gonna change. Wicked Lord Jasper, welcome in. This is still going. I'm gonna keep going, man. We're either gonna kill him or we're gonna run out of continues. How you doing today? D-pad dysfunction. It's just not working right now. That's back-to-back runs right there where the D-pad, I felt like, didn't do what I wanted it to do right there. I was pressing on it, didn't get anything. Didn't get it. I gotta hurry. I've never done anything on the Atari Jaguar, not a thing. I've never even seen anyone stream a Jaguar game. It was not a very popular system. I know that much. There was a unique game on it, though. I remember seeing in magazines like Alien vs. Predator, and it was like a first-person shooter. And I actually cared about first-person shooters then. Now I don't, but looking back, that game looked interesting for its time. I got this. I don't know, man. I'm taking an awful beat down right now. This is horrifyingly bad, but like I said, we still have continues available. Hopefully it won't be that big of a deal. I might run out of continues here and we'll have to do this another day. If that happens, so be it. It's not like I dislike Ghosts and Goblins or anything. Are you going to do anything, or are you just going to walk there forever? Are you going to keep doing it range attacks? So that's the thing that I can't work with. NES Advantage, I miss that thing, man. I love the NES Advantage. Mine broke a long time ago, but man, what a good controller. So good. Turbo feature was nice, but it was an arcade stick, basically. And I got really used to using it. It was good. Turbo feature, it was useful sometimes, sometimes not. Sometimes Turbo can make things harder. Like if you go play Contra 1 or Mega Man 2 or something and try Turbo, it makes the game harder because it fires all your shots in like a quick little burst. And then you can't fire again until those bullets are off the screen. So it makes those games harder. So Turbo's not always a good choice. It can be good a lot of times, but not always. All right, here we go. Good start, landed a couple of hits there. I'm getting salty at this. Starting to get a little salty at this. I'm just spoiled because I killed it on the first time, last time we did the challenge of this game. Now I can't even do it after like 20 tries. Get good, right? I know. It's a get good thing. That and Blaster Master, you gotta play Blaster Master, that's a great game. It's hard though, you're warned. It's gonna be hard on a first playthrough. I'd like to see more people play it. I want to see more people do the Water Temple now in Ocarina. Now that I've done it, now I can watch other people deal with it. I don't have to do it anymore. It's fun watching people play a hard game and figure it out. That's a lot of fun to me. Alright, this is going average at best. Not great, not awesome, but okay. Did. Nope, made it, okay. Almost miscalculated there. NES Advantage is just awesome. I got my NES Advantage same day I got Mega Man 2. What a great day for retro gaming if there ever was. Alright, are you gonna do a fire? Are you gonna do the laser? What? Oh, you're mixing up your attack patterns. You're not supposed to be able to do that. Alright, this is a decent start. Oh, it is your favorite NES game. Okay, good. What's your favorite level? I like level 7 and 6 the most. I don't like the 6 boss, but I like the level design. I think it's cool. World 8 gave me too much grief as a kid. I can't ever really appreciate World 8 and Blaster Master. Do I own NES Power Pad? No, I do not have a Power Pad, unfortunately. I wish I did, just for the sake of owning it. I think that would be like really cool thing to own since it's an official accessory. My D-pad is not performing adequately. What is the matter with this thing? Buy another controller. Waste more money on controllers. Story of my life. Buy 8 more controllers and hope one of them's decent. Alright, you're gonna move forward. NES Max I couldn't stand. I had a friend that had an NES Max. I couldn't figure out how he was even controlling a game with the thing. That D-pad's horrible. Right now I'm more worried about my controller not doing right more so than fighting the boss correctly. Alright, good stuff there. Good stuff there. We're running low on time. I know the time limit's getting low. I know. I get it. Not today. Not today, he says. Not this time. He was very close to being dead. A couple more hits would have had him, but not this time. Not that time either, man. I'm getting worked right now. I just want to let you know, beat Zelda 2 The Advance like 3 months ago. It was a fun experience playing the game with a joystick. It's a fun game with that. I played through it. I think I got my Deathless run with an NES Advantage on Zelda 2 a long time ago. I think I was still using it then. That was before it broke. You switched to a PS5 controller? Nope. Don't have one. Never will have a PS5. How? I thought you were dead, dude! Oh my god! Nothing is working right now. I'm trying everything and I'm not getting anything. We're gonna run out of continues, dude, and it's not gonna work. I died. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Thank you. I'm glad you noticed that. Glad you noticed. DualShock 2 controllers were champs. Jack Sally, welcome in. You got a gift sub earlier. Somebody was giving out gift subs. I don't remember who it was. A couple of people were. And they were kind enough to do so, and you ended up with a gift sub, sir. You get a PS5 in 30 years when it's retro. It won't be retro to me then. I will be 95 years old, and the PS5 will be as modern to me then as it is today. I will not get one. I will continue to just play games like this. I'm staying 16-bit and 8-bit. I'm not moving on. I don't move on. Oh, is that a Dark Souls reference? I wouldn't know. I don't play those games. Those don't look fun to me. Big two-hander, run in circle, big enemy misses, swing sword, rinse and repeat. I'm playing Dark Souls. I'm serious. I've never seen anything in Dark Souls but that. Maybe somebody will do a playthrough one day and I'll actually get to see something besides that. But until that happens, I just have to go with what I've seen. It is what it is. I'm having a better day with Ocarina than Super Ghouls and Ghosts. I really am. But see, here's the thing with Super Ghouls and Ghosts. This is actually a hard game. Ocarina is not a very threatening game combat-wise, even though the bosses are fun to fight on a first playthrough. But this is why I like this game, because this game is anything but easy, and that's why I do these challenges with it, because they're fun. And nothing is ever guaranteed with some Super Ghouls and Ghosts. PlayStation 5 controller, I have no idea what it looks like, but now that you guys have brought it up, I will look at it and see what it's like. I got PS5 just for Resident Evil 4 and Dead Space. That sounds like me getting a PlayStation 2 just for Dragon Quest VIII. I only wanted a PlayStation 2 so I could play Dragon Quest VIII on it, and it was completely worth it to me. But so, I'm not the only one that's done that. That's cool then, Tilton. That's freaking awesome. I mean, offered playing Souls with a whip, but you didn't want to see it. I was probably working. You want me to get fired? I mean, sure, it would be interesting to see, but it's hard for me to see streams a lot of times during the day. Now I've got cold feet with this fight. Now I don't even want to get near him. None of his hits are doing any damage. We gotta get close and hurt this guy. Alright, your attack went to the middle section that time. That's not the way it's supposed to work. Throwing another cheap shot there. Resident Evil 4 on PS2, I don't know. I don't know anything about Resident Evil. I've watched a playthrough of Resident Evil 1. It's way more boring than I thought it was. It's mostly running around. You fight a zombie or an undead dog or something every now and then, but it's mostly running around, and it's not a game for me, basically. I get why people like it. It's supposed to be like atmospheric and stuff, but I wish there was more things to do than just run around. And that's most of all what I saw was running around. Definitely not for me. Give me more things to fight. How did that not hit? Oh, that did hit. Oh, never mind. gonna die? My God, it's wasting all my time. Okay, now the clock's gonna come into play. All right, dead. All right, let's get him. I do this right. Do this right, idiot! You've done this like a million times. What's your problem? You suck. That's what the problem is. You freaking suck. All right, there we go. Off to a good start. Off to a good start. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna do the wait thing. Alright, this is a very good fight going on right now. This is really good. I should be able to win this run. We got plenty of continues, like I said. If he kills me again, it's gonna suck, but we can go again. Alright, you're wasting my time, sir. Back up. Alright, I'm not gonna do it this time. I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna run this time because I don't trust myself. Couple more hits. How much? See, this is professional difficulty. They're used to playing it on normal. He's got way less health than this. Finally! My God, is it really that hard? No! Is it really that hard? Not really! Could have done that on the first try, but no. Okay, this guy's a complete pushover. This guy's a freaking pansy. This is the final boss, but he's nothing. He's a 0. Thank you for the GGs. Finally. It should have happened a long time ago, but whatever. At least we're going to complete the run now. That's why I like this game, though. This game's hard. It's fun. It's difficult, but so every run can be a little bit different. The enemies move in a lot of RNG patterns, which I know well now. Rust happens, it shouldn't have. I got no excuse other than just playing like crap. I got no excuse. This boss fight is a copy of Dracula. Dracula puts up more of a fight than this weakling. This guy's a nothing. Who's this supposed to be? Satan? Satan is this weak. He's got no influence on anyone. I think this calls him Sardius, and the Genesis one calls him Loki. This is Satan. This is Lucifer. Come on, don't censor it. Just call him. Just tell us who it is. It's not Loki. Loki. What is this? Freaking Nordic mythology? No, it's not. Jingle Bell, what's going on? Welcome in. Yeah, they are different entities, but for some reason, I don't think it's actually supposed to be Sardius or Loki in the Japanese version. I think it's Lucifer and Satan. But they just didn't want to do that because they were afraid some guy would get offended, ridiculously enough. Jingle Bell, how you doing today? He's actually Santa. Well, Santa's dead. Nobody's getting any more presents. There went Santa. There's Prin Prin. Finally done. Sorry for the shitty play. We finally got it done. That was awful. That was godforsakenly bad. I don't deserve to win, honestly. That doesn't feel good. I should count this as a loss because I did so badly in those fights. But hey, we got it done at least. Everworks, welcome in. Did I miss anyone coming in? Jingle Bell's here. Welcome in, Jingle Bell. Janice has been here. Who else is just joining us? Everyone else has been here for a while. We're done. Sergeant Powerglow's been here. Exorcist 9000, welcome in. We're done. Let's go raid somebody. 6 o'clock. We did some Ocarina of Time, made progress there. Knocked out another weapon for this beautiful game. So I can update this now. This will get updated to include the lance, which is what we did so far. So we've done crossbow, scythe, knife, and axe. So the lance is done now. So what do we do now? We got to do the tri-blade and the freaking torch. Yeah, the tri-blade and the torch. Yeah, so we got many more things to do with this game. I'm not gonna fighting those guys with the torch is way harder than with the bracelet. So